You don't get to start the last time before I press the record button. Previously on Dungeon Dragon, you made it back to the ocean and then immediately realized that you hadn't stocked up this ship as well as you might have thought. Uh, Sailing to the nearest island, you were intercepted by a ship from the Empire of the Sea, where you learned that there is currently a crusade going on. So that's new. They searched your cargo, they didn't find anything suspicious. And then you made your way to the island of Reese, where really I think you coped with the trauma of your previous endeavor.
Oh, I have not coped enough yet.
There were drinks to be had, there were awkward conversations with dryads, there was a wizard who helped you brew some magical ale? Wizard brew?
Wizard ale.
Wizard
Wizard
ale.
brew, whatever the fuck we called it.
Which caused spontaneous teleportation and some awkward moments. After a brief stint in jail, Glean, everything was resolved, and you all woke up the next day, hungover but fine enough, learning that there was a archaeological site nearby of sea elf origin. Captain, you requisitioned a whatchamacallit, small boat on big boat, lifeboat,
Dinghy.
Requisitioned a dinghy. They said it would take a day, and in that meantime, you guys figured you'd go do some archaeologically.
Yeah. I didn't want to. Yeah, are you finished? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm done.
All right. You did say there was a post office, so I do have
The Postal Guild
things.
in town.
Yes. I don't know how much it's going to cost, but I'm sure we could afford it. I do have the small box of artifacts and emerald and sapphire key jewels. Actually, are those historically or like even significant enough, the emerald and sapphire key jewels? I don't even remember what we used those for.
I don't even remember giving those to you.
Yeah. And then I have old tomes. So I guess the small box of artifacts and the old tomes I would like to mail to the museum I work at. And then probably also with a message just... I guess since I'm close to my hometown, I guess send the payment there.
Mm-hmm.
Because that'd probably be where it's be secure for now. Instead of trying to predict where it's going to go. Where I'm going to go.
So I'll say right now, after the last session, you did all make your way back to the ship, and that's where we kind of ended up.
Mm-hmm.
So if you wanted to go and, like, find the Postal Guild, sure.
Okay.
Anyone else in the crew doing anything else during this?
I don't think I have anything I want to do necessarily before we go, spelunking. So,
I mean, if there was going to be like a little bit of time, Clink could probably be like walking around the docks asking about rumors for this place. After the last cave she went into, she's suspicious.
that's fair.
Yeah, you could have
Birds
a little...
and cavers don't get along.
You're saying you're asking about rumors?
Well, yeah, I'm just asking people around the docks if they've had rumors about what could be in this like weird thing that they found.
You could roll me a d20. Add your charisma modifier.
Oh, but wait, no, I was going to say I thought I was bad, but it's not. Not good. That's like 6. No, 7. I rolled really bad.
Yeah, you sort of you talk to some of the crew who are unloading some sort of like cargo from the archaeologic sort of like society ship that's parked alongside yours, and they just sort of like lay down a crate and they sort of look over, and one of them's like, "Ah, yeah. I hear it's a sea elf like ruin. One of those ones from underwater. Except this one's, well, it's in a large cavern. I've heard. I've heard of it, really. No traps or creatures, I've heard. No one's died yet."
Thank you.
Take care.
That did not. That. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Bye. 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 And Clink just walks off, thinking that didn't help at all. Like that, I think we knew that it was a CL Ruben
Yeah, Endlin, if you
from last week.
you get up to the postal guild, it's close enough to the dock. People
Tell me where I
recognize
am.
the postal guild's sort of insignia. It's basically just a letter with wings.
Okay.
The postal
Well, I
guild.
imagine Anna's. Well, actually, no. Anna's pretty young. She might know that's what she's supposed to do, but she might not have done it before.
Also, what's up, Lee?
I said just judging from like the conversations I've had with you privately, this is probably where Lean is
Oh yeah. Sure, yeah. You
at the postal guild.
running into Galeen there, early morning, I
Likely.
guess.
Probably like right after I posted all those letters. What are you doing here?
Turn you up a bit.
Those. I'm mailing back the old tomes and this small box of artifacts I got back to my museum, so I can get at least some money out of this.
I see.
And mostly so they don't list me as MIA or some dead.
How long do they usually wait until they do that?
To be honest, no idea. This is my first solo mission. Or is it a mission? I don't know.
Excursion.
Incursion, yeah.
Can I
Project,
ask you a question, Emma?
yes, Lee.
What do you want out of this?
I not. I want to just collect knowledge, I guess. I care about the historical significance of things. And want to uncover things that's been buried by time and lost from common knowledge.
You know we're pirates, right?
Yes.
And you're fine with that?
Yes, as long as you aren't mindlessly pillaging innocents or other
They could hang
unsavory
us, you
acts.
know.
Oh, please, I know. That's why I have things in place.
Very well.
Little documents that say we're more like mercenaries or freebooters. Or, well, freebooter is more like a kind of pirate.
You want to see something cool?
Sure, Gleam.
How busy is the general like populace around the postal guild?
There's people coming and going. It is the dock,
Can I,
so it's pretty lively.
Can I start a show? This is going to be the first time I've ever done this in a while. Well, I'm going to start a show.
Sure.
Yeah. I think.
Oh, good. Don't worry.
What am I going to do? I don't really have anything that I can. Okay. So you remember way back in session 1 when I shot a hole through the center of a gold coin with a revolver?
Yeah.
I'm gonna
don't
basically
remember
do
you
the.
doing that. I remember you failing a
Actually,
lot
you
of
know,
target
I think I
practice.
might have. I
I
think I
think
might have actually failed to do that.
You failed terribly in session 1 to shoot anything.
You're
I
right.
think the captain
This
did
is
that.
my. Here's my redemption arc.
Okay.
How embarrassing.
Yeah, so I think I'm just gonna for like, I don't know, for fun, not even for profit. I'm just gonna do a show where I just like flick coins in the air and shoot them with Eldritch Blast.
Pardon?
I thought you were against such dark magic, Lean.
What, Eldritch Blast?
Yeah,
What about it?
it's a spell typically used by only one type of caster.
It's pure energy.
So you finally get it.
I suppose. Anywho, I'm going to do a performance check, right?
Sure.
I got a 14.
Okay. Roll me an Arcana
Wait,
on
I'm
top
going
of that.
to-
Oh, Arcana on top of that?
Yeah.
15.
There's a for the briefest moments on the dock, there is a head-turning, dazzling little light show. As soon as people realize they're not under attack by anything magical, there's a small little round of applause.
Oh, I guess I didn't really announce myself. I just kind of started doing it.
I don't think Adlith is going to resist the competitive urge. I'm going to Unearthly Chorus and try to do the same, but with my pistol form of my weapon.
Okay.
So I'm also going to do a little performance with coins. Oh, that's a nat 20. Oh,
Fuck
I
you.
just mocked Glee. It's outshone Glee.
Every time.
I rolled the worst 20s. Why?
How many gold coins are you guys down now, by the way?
So I can shoot Eldritch Blast in 2-round bursts, so I'm assuming I just shot 2 of them.
Okay, so 3 gold coins down from that one.
Yeah, okay.
Kind of almost a show in and of itself that you guys are.
I imagine I like juggled the coin by shooting it at like the edges of it. So I just juggled the coin in the air, and then it's fucking. Bye, gold.
Lynn's just gonna give Amlin the worst side eye.
I'm going to smile at Glean. I enjoyed myself.
All right, I gotta top this now. I'm gonna throw 6 of them in the air, and I'm gonna see if I can't shoot all 6 of them at the same time with one beam.
Alright. Anlin is going to see what you're doing, and Anlin, I don't think I can help you with that action, but
Why would you help me? Don't help me. I'm trying to be
not
better
saying
than
I'm
you.
going to help you.
I'm gonna be better than you. I am better than you. Uh, still performance, right?
Yeah,
Am I adding my Arcana to it?
yeah.
19.
I'm going to inspire you. There, you get a +6.
Can I deny the inspire? I don't want you to patronize me.
Not
From an upper
patronizing,
angle,
it's
you might
only
consider it a taunt.
Okay. Fine. I retract my.
No, I mean, like, for in Glean's head, he might consider that your inspiration is actually taunting him,
Let's see.
like a challenge. I'll say with 25, you hit 4 out of 6. 4 out of 6 of those coins are hit and disintegrated. 2 of them land there on the docks.
All right, Gleam was unamused, and now he's actually getting pissed.
The other
it's
2
okay,
coins
Glean.
are mildly singed.
I did technically use a spell. It's a very easy bard spell. Don't worry about it.
I shoot an Eldritch Blast at her feet.
You
Alright.
you just hear like a clearing of the throat from the front desk of the Postal Guild, and this woman's voice just like, hey, Stop casting magic and discharging guns in front of the guild. I'll have you know
Fine,
the front
fair
of the
enough.
guild's property is considered guild's property.
I'm just gonna stare them down.
I'm only stare Glean down now. I'm going to do a little intimidation.
Counter intimidation.
Counter intimidation. Wow, that was actually probably the worst That's the worst intimidation roll I ever had.
Come on, both roll
That's,
ones. Both roll ones.
It was a 4 and a 5. So that's 11.
17.
Fuck.
There's just like this weird moment of silence.
Why do you take it so far, Glean?
You know that scene in The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly with Angel Eyes, Tuco, and the Wanderer? I just imagine it's that. They're all just looking at each other.
Eventually, the woman behind the counter clears her throat again, and she just goes, "If I see one more spell being cast in front of guild property, I will smite you with the holy light of postage."
The holy
That-
light of postage.
Are you a paladin or cleric?
In training.
Oh. Oh.
They
Hope
call
your
those
training
squires.
goes well.
Give me your best shot.
No, Glean.
Come on, let's do it.
No, don't listen to this frog.
I hold my arms out. I want to see how good you are.
Well, now I have the reputation of the
Oh,
postal
yay,
guild
three
on my
actions.
shoulders. Here we go. Okay. She just rubs her hands together. I got this. I got this. They told me to do this. Okay. Lean. A little bolt of light shoots out of their hands, smacks into your outstretched hands.
Yes.
You are going to take 3 radiant damage.
I'm gonna fuck with her. At the point of impact, can I cast Misty Step on myself to just make it seem like she vaporized me?
I'll allow it.
Okay, thank you. I Misty Step 50 feet away from the place.
There's just like this moment of just, and Galena's vanished, and she just folds her arms and she's like, "And that's what you get for messing with the postal guild."
Yeah. Glad you don't feel bad about it.
I'm starting to feel worse about it.
She just fully coming to terms that she just killed someone.
You know what? It was for the greater good.
I'm sure I'll find a way to keep telling myself that. You want to post anything today?
Yeah. I would like to send this to the museum. We never found a name for my museum. We never named it.
And no time like the present.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, I would like to mail these tomes and a small box of artifacts to my museum. Here's the address, how much is the postage, and put a return address here. This is my hometown.
Okay. She's writing all of that down. Would that be first, second, or third class postage?
What's the differences?
Time and security.
More specific, please.
Okay. Well, with third class, you can expect the parcel to arrive. Let me check that. Within the next month. With second class, it'll get there within a week or 2, and with first class, it should be there within no less than a week. With
I think
security, we can offer you better insurance plans on first class, but on third class rates, it is not so good if we're attacked or lose the parcel or anything like that.
I think second class is fine. And as for security, can analysts do like a last-minute inspection on how valuable the goods is and whether it's worth getting insurance or not?
You got a lot of like ancient tomes there, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of gems.
Do I have the gems, or is that in the crew stores? Because I know Atera likes gems. That's part of why they're pirates.
I mean, I imagine you've got it.
Okay. Well, what Atera doesn't know can't hurt her.
Atira sneezes.
Where did the gems go? Why is the...
But yeah, no, they jot that down. They write up a little stuff, and they're like, Okay, second class postage. That'll be 4 gold coins.
Okay, here we go.
Thank you for choosing the Postal Guild. And yeah, they take that off of you and they start ramping it on up. Captain, what you up to during all this?
I'm kind of just inspecting the ship because like it's still kind of blowing Atira's mind that the ship is just like fine, you know. So she's kind of like walking around, like triple checking everything, being like almost like in disbelief that the ship is okay after what she'd seen. Like happy nonetheless, but like how in the hell did it fix itself from all that shit?
It is completely put back together. Just all over. I mean, you can roll me an environment investigation if you'd like.
Sure. Oh, I forgot to do my dash check today. Uh-oh. Well, flying blind today. Let's see. For investigation. It's not a great start. Okay, no, never mind. I'm actually really good at that. 17.
You just can't tell what happened here, but yeah, the ship is completely shipshape. Exactly as you first found it, almost.
Is Bess still on the ship with us?
You did not see Bess much at all yesterday once you arrived at port.
Mhm.
It is as you are curious as to the location of Bess that you hear footsteps sort of like coming down the stairs and Bess poking her head in.
Oh, hey, Bess, I was just thinking about you.
Oh, Captain, that's good. I was thinking about talking to you, so that's perfect.
I ship it.
Oh, cool. What
Stop!
did I tell you, Elle?
We're just having...
Okay. So, well, why don't you go first then? What do you want to talk to me about?
My contract.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, you hired me.
Indeed.
Did you pay in advance?
Oh shit, did we?
Did you?
I think we paid a flat amount.
I
think
paid
so?
her a bonus.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
We give her some money up front.
and there's no union, so we can just say the bonus is... It's not actually...
No union.
Isn't that what a guild is? That's basically a union.
A guild is a union.
But no, yeah, you paid me. I feel like I went above and beyond. I'm not asking for more. I feel like I went above and beyond. I really almost died like once or twice. And I was considering, you know, that's it. I'm out. That's good. Unless you have another offer for me.
Okay, well, there's a couple things I can offer you. One, I can pay the rate that we agreed upon, question mark. This is Finn confused, not Atira. And then, but what I was thinking is that we are down a man after our last adventure. If you would like a more permanent position, not necessarily go on like shore party like this last one. I know that you were kind of, it was hairy, you know.
Uh-huh.
But if you sign up with the crew, you get a cut of all of the spoils, just like everybody else.
Okay. So, like, if I was to say have noticed that the crew had, how much is it, 700-ish gold?
I put it down somewhere. Hold on. Was it in this chat or was it the other one?
I think it's under ship, wasn't it?
I put the updated numbers somewhere. Also, we're in OOC chat.
Yeah, do you want to move
Don't worry about it.
real quick? We're not worrying
I
about
still
it.
have my personal wealth of 212 because I'm a greedy asshole.
Did I put those numbers?
Where did we go wrong?
Hmm.
It might be in the high seas chat.
resources?
I just looked at that. I couldn't find it.
Yeah, no, Best basically just lists.
I think we have 700.
Something like that. Yeah.
If I let you guys write down 700 in the
Oh, okay.
resources,
I got it right here.
There we go.
Our last total was 1,059 in gold.
Okay.
See, I was lowballing and you were about to give us a bunch of shit.
You also paid for the boat for the ship recently.
Yes. Do you remember how much that was?
That was like 10 gold.
Oh yeah. Okay. So we're at 1,049 gold.
But no, yeah, Bess is like, let's say for instance, I saw that you had 1,049 gold.
Mm-hmm.
Is that split evenly between all of the crew?
These are ship funds that every crew member has access to for crew business and I guess whatever else you need.
So wait, you haven't drafted a salary?
I mean, the crew lives on the ship, so like you get room and board.
Yeah, but you know, like haven't you ever been on like, you know, one of those expeditions where it's like, oh, we're gonna stop in town for a while. We need some funds. And it's like, I don't know. Is that 1,149 gold just like a piggy bank that you sort of take from when necessary?
That's what it's been so far. I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. We have not been a crew for very long.
You gotta think of these things, Captain.
I'm new. I'm sorry.
Look, you gotta officiate contracts like these, okay? You gotta get that stuff stamped, and you gotta get like decent salaries. And the good thing about being the captain is you get to pay yourself more.
That is true. I'm not really about that though. I like equality.
Okay. Well, the good thing about being equal is you get to pay me more.
Communism, ladies and gentlemen.
Bess, do you happen to be a bookkeeper?
I mean, I'm pretty good with numbers.
Because I'm not.
I'm
When am I
seeing
going
where
to get
you're
back to the
coming
ship
from.
now?
So we do have a crew position open
So you're saying I can draft my own salary?
with my approval.
So you're saying I can draft my own salary?
With my approval, yes.
Okay. I mean, someone's got to focus on the numbers.
One does have to focus on the numbers, and I'm a bit too busy, shooting people.
Exactly. And listen, okay? In case you're ever wondering, right? I'll make a good note of where all the money goes. And that way, in case you're ever thinking to yourself, oh, where did all the money go? Did Best spend it all? I promise you, it'll all be wrote down in a book. A book.
Can I make an insight check?
You can make an insight check.
I'm not good at this, so I don't know why I asked, but
Well, you're fair to try, and well, unless you roll natural one and lose us all our money.
I rolled a 6. I believe her wholeheartedly.
You can always trust in Bess.
You know, she did shoot the angel skeleton dudes.
Okay, Bess. Welcome to the crew.
All right.
I pull out a ledger. that I'm sure was in the captain's quarters already.
That's just like tears out some of the first few pages because they've
That's
already
not our
been
funds
used,
anyway. That's not our funds anyway, so it's fine.
and just gets to work writing down the itinerary.
All right. Well, that squares that away. I've effectively put Sheeper in charge of our money, guys.
Oh, lovely.
You sure
Oh, we're
did.
screwed.
This is why I didn't contribute because I knew
This is
you
why
do
I
shit
kept
like
ca-
this.
This is why I kept some personal spending money.
Well, good. That's exactly what I want to talk to you about because you have been a great addition. You've been very helpful, so I'm glad to have you around.
And I have this big gun.
You do have a big gun that we did already have as a crew, but it does look better on you.
Well, yeah. It's an agreeable
Alright, cool.
position for me. I prefer this. I get to sit on the ship. I'll shoot anything from up to at least 700 meters, possibly, give or take.
Well, I mean, ship combat, that's just gonna be a thing, you know?
Yeah, but I'm not good with cannons.
Well, you don't need to be. We have enough. Like, you can just snipe.
Good.
So, we're good there.
It's worth mentioning, I'm also really not good at adjusting for when the boat sways due to, the ocean. Skyvian ships don't have that. All we have to account for up top is wind.
You'll get used to it.
I'll try.
Well, welcome aboard officially, Bess.
Well, glad to have me? What do I say? Glad you could have me? Glad to be aboard. That's the one.
There you go. Okay, I'll let you get to that then.
She gets straight to it.
Atira's gonna like leave the room and kind of be like, "What have I done?" It's fine. She fucks up. I can just kill her.
What was that, Captain?
Nothing. Talking to myself.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah, you're all sort of like on or about the docks.
Okay.
And
I
from
guess
Green,
I'll
you're
go to
arriving
the
back at
captain.
the same time. What about you, Clink?
I would have been pretty much just next to the docks anyway, so within earshot of anyone shouting if they needed me.
Close at hand.
Just wandering around.
Atera.
Yes.
I mailed off the tomes, a box of old artifacts, and there were some gems in there as well. They're all mailed off to my museum.
You what?
Do you have a problem with that? It's how you get paid for them, But I did it second class since I don't really need the
I'll be right
speed
back, guys.
and fee of first class.
Wait, do they
And
know?
they're-
Do they know where to send the funds? Like once?
Yes, I specified that it would be sent to my hometown since we're fairly close to it. I didn't want them to. I didn't want to try to guess where we'd be in like 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks, back and forth.
Okay. Well, money's more practical than gems anyway, I guess.
Oh, I still
right.
have these 2 keystones.
Oh, thank God. Oh, we need those.
I don't think we need them. You like emerald or sapphire?
Emerald.
I'll tell you the emerald keystone.
Yippee! Atira happily takes the emerald keystone.
Yippee! I imagine actually does yippee. I'm just imagining autism creature at Terra.
Yippee!
Oh, that's kind of adorable.
Are you sure you're not a goblin?
I
I
mean,
don't think goblins have horns and purple skin. I've never seen a purple goblin.
That's
I
because
can be
they're the
part
Now
goblin.
it's
stealthiest.
profiling.
You could be part goblin. You're pretty
I never
tall
knew-
for one,
I never knew my family, so I could be part goblin for all I know.
though. Understandable.
So liking shiny things does not make me a goblin bird.
Yeah, it's because you're a pirate, isn't it?
Exactly. Thank you for understanding. All right, crew.
Guess we're just wait for Glean to get back to the ship.
Yep, then we can head off and go make some more money, hopefully.
What is
Hopefully.
the plan for getting to this location?
Walking.
It is.
Yeah, we have got the location.
It was
Okay.
a seaward cave, wasn't it?
It was a seaward cave.
So we've got two options. One,
And it's in
small
walking
boat,
distance.
or if it's the kind of cave that is accessible with low tide, wait till low tide and walk.
That is true.
Oh my
We can also
god,
do
we
that.
have to have cheaper track of tides.
I'll happily say like it's accessible.
I'm back.
Low tide. Welcome back, Gimber.
Welcome back, Glean. Oh, that was a dirty trick you pulled back there.
Who, me?
Yes, you. You traumatized that poor worker.
Maybe.
Wait, you traumatized somebody?
Yes. It was a squire in training that was telling us to knock it off with the performance. And Glean expressively asked to be smited, was smited, and then used Misty Step.
Atira bursts out laughing.
Oh yeah, it's really good, but
Blaine's got a gigantic smile on his face.
I don't get why you have to be so upset. I was having fun.
Right then. If everyone's here, we should figure out how we're gonna get to this underwater, like water accessible cave.
It's not underwater. That's what they said. Was strange about it is that there's not a lot of water for it to see out ruin.
Why don't we go like?
You said walking distance, is it? Because you said there was like a path up north of town that led to it.
Yeah, that's what I remember.
It would be because you probably have the maps for this. Golstadov. Where are we at? You are about here.
Okay.
The cave, from what you were told, was a brief jaunt down to about here on the coast.
Okay. We can jaunt that easily.
Oh, lovely jaunt.
Oh no, our captain's British.
The horror.
Don't turn us into the Royal Navy.
Yeah, you'll setting on out.
And
Sure,
before
yeah.
we all get shanghaied.
All right. Leaving your boat behind in the capable hands of your crew, you begin walking east out of town. It is, again, this is a very sort of like, I think the way I described it was certain parts of the Nile are very rocky and high up in some places.
Mm-hmm.
This is mostly what this island is, except it's got like a thin coating of like sand on its outskirts, which hosts some very beautiful palm trees. And that's most of the sort of like scenery as you walk down this sort of like coast. It's just a big sort of rocky wall on your left and like a palm tree beach.
I would like to do a prayer.
I'd like to do a little prayer to whom?
I want to do a little prayer. Sylvanus, grant us the wisdom and care for the earth. Help us to act now for the good of the future generations and for all creatures. Help us to become instruments of a new creation, founded on the covenant of your love. In Sylvanus we pray.
What was it, baby?
Natural 20.
Natural 20 on that religionacy.
Yeah.
There is a sudden breeze as you walk, and you just hear a fud 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 next to you as a bunch of coconuts by themselves just fall out of a tree.
Glean is like speechless, but you can see he's like shaking with like excitement that like another prayer actually worked.
I thought you were
Yes.
a druid.
Yes.
These are some of the ripest looking
You know what,
coconuts
I
you've ever seen, by
really
the way.
can't judge because I went from bard to wizard to now technically a warlock.
Sylvanas is the god of nature unimpeded. Wild nature.
Oh shit, Glean, give me one.
Sure.
I'm going to ask for one in Sylvan. Can I please have one?
How do you know Sylvan?
It's a common. It's a common extension language.
It's not
Past
common.
Elvish. Well, I know quite a bit. I know Common, Elvish, Sylvan, and Aquan.
I think I know a little bit more about linguistics than you do.
I cautiously give a coconut to Aetira, well, not Aetira, Landlin. Knowing that a lot of shit talking I did was in a language that I unknowingly didn't know they could speak.
Pink just eyes you all with the coconuts and is like, how are you going to get into those?
Oh, I would going to break them over Glean's.
I'm gonna
Hard
smack
head.
one with a staff.
I'm hitting mine with the butt of one of my flintlocks.
I don't think you remember that the coconuts you buy have like had about 4 inches of outer shell removed.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. I'm going to turn my weapon into a mallet.
If the crabs that ate Amelia Earhart can do it, I can.
Jeez Christ!
You
All
gotta
right,
understand,
yeah.
there was a natural 20 rolled here. These things,
Oh, they dropped out of the tree with a straw in them, ready to go.
no, but they are incredibly yielding.
It just separates into two halves, and I'm just gonna savor every drop.
Refreshing. I wish I had some prawns to go with this, however.
Also, Queen, you can have an inspiration.
An inspiration.
Sylvanas is my
Those add
boy.
more.
Yeah, that's why I typed it in chat. That I'm specifically, you each get an inspiration from me. Use it as you wish, because I'm not going to sit here at the edge of my seat for every roll, seeing if I can help or not.
What does an inspiration do?
1d8,
Mine
isn't
does
it?
1d8. Yeah, mine is 1d8 currently. I don't know what
So
the.
you just add a 1d8 to any roll.
Yeah, or you can subtract it because I'm a bard of lore, so we know cutting words. You can subtract it
based.
from an enemy roll on a reaction.
Pretty based.
So, am I incorrect in that you can't use them to reroll anymore?
Oh, I think
There's two types
that's
of
what bothers
inspiration,
me,
I believe.
yeah.
Gotcha.
I'm giving out the reroll inspiration, and Lymph has the 1d8 inspiration.
Got
Okay.
it. Okay.
Brooklyn has a reroll inspiration.
Okay, so I don't have a 1d8.
No, you have both.
No, you do have a 1d8.
I have both.
Every one of you has one because I have a proficiency
Outstanding.
of 4, so I have 4 inspirations.
All right, well, I'm good to go now. If I was already having a good day, I'm having a great day now.
It's like,
How's the
nah,
tree
man,
doing?
today's a win.
How's the tree doing?
How's the tree in my head doing?
It's, I told you it was more acacia than anything else. He's feeling
Yeah.
right at home in a
Gosh.
warmer climate.
Do I need to
Acacia.
up the moisture in our room?
Acacia.
Acacia.
I'm like speaking to him. Do I need to up the moisture in our room?
Probably.
Okay.
You know, this never occurred to me. Glean, do you breathe through your skin?
Why do you ask?
I remember reading in a book somewhere that frogs do that, and I just didn't know if Grung did it as well. Translation, Finn learned this recently and was curious.
Glenn is gonna stare at Atira mildly offended, but internally even they don't know the answer. And he's just gonna
I think
keep walking.
We can find out if we submerge Glean in oil.
What? Why would you do that?
Because then we find out if he breathe through his skin or not.
I don't want to know that badly.
He wants to kill me.
No, I
takes
don't.
and goes, if Glean breathes through skin, I mean, if Glean breathes through skin, why wear clothes so much? Surely not wearing clothes is good for breathing.
Don't give him any ideas.
And there's a
Or-
reference for Finn. I know Finn likes a certain game where that was used as an
No, you
excuse.
don't
I sure do.
understand.
I love that
He
game.
has to breathe through her skin.
That's why she
Anyway.
wears a bikini.
Glean. Life would be much less interesting without you.
Hell yeah, dude! I can summon dragons now. And he's just gonna keep walking.
Hockey bitch.
You're goddamn right.
Yeah, as you're eventually sort of like walking down this beach, you sort of come to this it's sort of like there's less land, more sea.
Oh god. I'll be right back. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
And as you turn a corner, you can see a very sort of like hidden little wooden dock that leads into a cave.
Okay. Anyone out there? Think like a guard or anything? Or just like some people hanging out?
Oh, roll me a perception check.
I'm amazing at those, but I also roll low every time I do it. And I accidentally closed my dice roller. I'm amazing.
Nat
Alright,
1 on
D8,
dice roller.
D10, D20. No, that's an 11 plus 9, so it's a dirty 20.
Okay. There's a figure crouched behind a crate on the dock. You can very clearly make out that they've got, like, a pike.
Okay, a figure with a pike. Okay. And they're crouching.
Yeah, they're sort of
I
like...
think Anlet is just going to lean over the box and say, hello.
They spring out from behind there, and they just sort of, like, yell at the top of their lungs, "Who goes there?"
Who are
Why are
we
you
talking
threatening
to?
us with fish?
Stick.
Oh,
Here.
you other kind of pike. Other kind of pike.
Alright, describe this guard for me.
He is a half-orc fella. With
Half-orc fella.
he seems to have put almost like gorilla style sort of like paint on his face to sort of like blend in. He's wearing a sort of like metal cap, and hanging from that metal cap are a bunch of sort of like variously sort of like strapped on palm leaves. It almost looks like just the worst camo you've ever seen in your life.
Is he supposed to be here? Is he affiliated with the archaeologist? Does he have any affiliation marks?
He is wearing, although very muddy, a guard's uniform from town.
Okay.
This person.
Is the disguise necessary?
I'm out here alone
Or
in a
camouflage?
smuggler's cave. A cave that was used by smugglers. You might be smugglers. Are you smugglers?
I'm going to flash my archaeologist symbol.
Oh,
I'm gonna flash him.
Glean! You perverted old toad!
this guy's like whole like getup, at least when it comes to his head region, is strikingly similar to the Goblin Court. So I'm just gonna reflexively do a Goblin salute to him, which is just like 3 random ass like movements. So I'm gonna stand on one leg, clap my hands, and then snap my fingers.
I don't quite know how to respond to that. What did you
You don't
just say
have
you were
to.
with the archaeologists? You terrified me half to
Of course.
death.
I was making sure you were with the archaeologists first.
Of course I'm not with the
kinda
archaeologists, I'm with
looked
the
at-
town. I'm here making sure the smugglers don't come back.
Well, that's good for you, but it's hard to tell if you... Like, okay, you kind of look like a smuggler. You have palm leaves, you have dirt on you.
What? This
And you're
is my
hiding behind a
patented
box.
family cameo.
I'm
Camo?
walking towards him.
Camblio.
What?
Camouflage. That's the one. Camouflage.
Anyways,
That's what
I'm
my
an
granddad called it.
archaeologist. This is my escort. We're
He
going
fought
to
in
go
the Card Wars. Sorry, yeah.
Oh.
No, you got you. Yeah. I'm supposed to take you guys in if you come through this way. Come on.
I'm waddling at him.
Oh, hello.
Hey.
But if you have light magics, or should I light a torch?
Oh, I can see in the dark.
Same.
I can cast light.
I think Clink can do light.
Yes, I can do light.
All right, think.
But before we do anything, we need to fix your face.
What do you mean?
Thing
Fix?
just pulls out a disguise kit. It's like, we can do better than that.
What do you mean
You
better
suck.
than that? You said you could do better
You
than me on
suck.
Grandpappy. I'd be Pappy after him. It's a family technique. They survived the Card Wars, you know.
I'm
They
going to
might
be
have
like,
done, but you.
no.
But we saw you from over there. It's
I
not
try to
good enough.
persuade him that this bird
you
is
seen
really good at this. I'll persuade him and be like, yeah, just try it with try what the bird does.
All right.
I
You
would
really
so-
said makeup game weak.
Amblin is persuading. I'm going to intimidate.
I'm
Because
going to stand
Clink
between-
is still like my Clink is still my main.
Everyone likes Clink. Clink can do nothing wrong.
Yeah, like so Amblin is like, yeah, you should like listen to Clink. I'm saying listen to Clink.
All right, that's a 19 on that persuasion plus my
That-
mod
That's a 19 on that intimidation.
plus 8, so that's a 27.
I'm getting some very mixed messages, but I suppose if it makes you feel better before going in, or you just, we'll see.
It not make us feel better, but it will make you more effective at hiding from smugglers.
Gonna make you so
I
pretty.
was effective enough.
Ah, yes, but they will
You
never
want
see
to know
you
what
coming.
effectiveness looks like? Watch this. I'm gonna stand in some bushes and shit. I'm gonna what the fuck am I gonna cast actually?
Do you have a yellow? Wait, I actually think there is one.
I'm
Because
gonna
I think I have
cast
it on my
plant
brain.
growth on myself.
A bunch of cave moss just sprouts up around you. You are now a green thing on a green backdrop. You just say, well, yeah, but, you know, I mean, well...
If you
I've got
find me, I'll
advantage.
give you 5 gold.
Well, you just
I'm going
points
to
to the
find
patch
Glee.
of, like, moss.
We did specify where it was, so I'm going to go over there and reach my hand in and pick out Glean. What's the check for that? And the perception?
Oh god, I gotta hide. Natural 20, fuck you!
I don't know, you might
Alright.
get a higher than a 20 on perception, we'll see.
It's
That's
a
a
plus
critical
10.
success, dude!
Yeah, but a
And
critical
Cliff might
success
get
is
a
just
critical
plus 10.
success.
I did not, but I do have really high perception. Okay, that's poggers. I got a fucking 34 with using my inspiration.
This is that weird situation, I imagine, where you manage to grab Glean's shoulder, but Glean just sort of, like, nudges to one side. As if you didn't just tag him.
You know what? The bet's still on. I'm going to take out my flint and tinder and light the moss on fire.
Are you sure you want to do that?
Whilst it's going on, are you having a
I'm going to
makeover routine with the
start-
guard?
it's
Clink?
not going first into play.
Yes, we're doing a makeover with him, like straightening out the palm leaves to make them look a bit more,
Yeah.
natural. We're taking the crap that's off his face and putting it back on properly, so it actually makes it more effective.
You know what? I could just poke it with my trident, but I don't
I'm-
accidentally want to poke Glean.
I'm throwing hands now. You just see like a green like blur just burst from nature as you try to set light to it, and it's time to throw down.
I'm going to turn my back on you, like in Abdal. I only have my hand out and be like, 5 gold. I found you.
Entangle root.
All right.
Do people wasting spells?
What's the
The
save?
spell, and the guy just turns and gets a fucking smear of makeup across his face.
Alright.
I
Do it.
don't see
Go
much
for it.
magic.
What's the save for Entangle?
A DC 17 strength save.
Is it? Is it not Dex? Shit.
Hey, Tira, do you just have rum on you at all times?
I've not specified that.
I imagine you have rum on you at all times for these
That's
situations.
actually pretty rough for me.
Sure. If you want to give me rum, sure.
I don't imagine that you'd leave the ship with a crew like this without at least one heavy drink.
You're correct, and I take a massive pull. She's just like, oh god, here they go again.
Wait. Let's see. Are these burnable plants? But I guess I have to do the strength save first. Wow, that's a 5.
You're restrained.
I am definitely restrained. 5
They're sorry.
gold clean.
Say you're sorry.
Only if you give me 5 gold.
Only if you say you're sorry.
5 gold first.
These
Nope.
fucking children.
Intimidation. I'm intimidating you. I'm with
Counter.
Okay.
Oh fuck.
I rolled an 18 plus 8.
I rolled a 3.
So I rolled a 26.
Oh. I just shoved the money in her stomach.
Alright, I went green flame blade the vines off me.
No, don't do that. I'm just gonna cancel the spell.
Okay, thank you. So you just probably see like my weapon, my trident, start to glow green, and it's cancelled. Alright, I'm going to take the 5 gold. I'm going to see a Terra drink it. I'm going to be like, here we go.
Wait, the money's for me?
Yeah, you're the captain, right?
Yes, up.
I mean, yeah, but you got your own money.
Oh yeah, I have plenty of my own money.
Thanks, I guess.
Talking to the plant in my head. I could have totally taken her.
You're totally taking her.
You could have totally taken her.
Oh, you know, Glean, we could totally... Yeah, we're going into a dark cave, right? What if you just put your stick out at one point and tripped her over? It'd be funny.
This is why you're in my head.
We're thinking the same things. We're thinking the same things.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, I have no strength, so that's actually probably the best thing you can do versus me.
Yeah, after a while, I take it that you've reapplied the makeup coat to this guy's face.
Yeah, I don't know if you wanted me to do a roll for that or anything, but
A tool or sleight of hand? Sleight of hand?
I'll give you a
Yeah,
sleight of
it
hand.
would it be? I was gonna say, would it be if it's sleight of hand? That's perfect because that would be a 28.
Yeah, this guy looks. You took
He
a
just
guy
looks
who
like a
looked
walking
like
tree.
he was from a like fucking knockoff Halloween costume store on Camo, and like now he looks like he's actually equipped to camouflage in.
Mac v Sog.
And yeah, he sort of he stands up and he thanks you. And he's like, all right, you guys wanted to get into the cave, then this way you go.
Yes.
This way you go. And let's see here. That's a lock picking thing. Why do I get a lock picking advert? That's muted. Why is that a muted advert? There we go.
Lock picking lawyer.
Hello, I'm the luck-picking Kenku, and we're here to smash this fucking door in.
No, he sent me a video. 'Cause he
Positive
bought
feedback
some
on one.
lockpicks, and they were just fucking hammering the lockpicks. Like, look at the durability, like with an actual hammer. So weird. But nah,
That's not how you use a lockpick, you fools.
heading on in.
You're using the Master Lock 317. It can be opened with the Master Lock 317.
Heading on
Always
in, you
my
sort of like
favorite.
follow the guard through this sort of place. There is a trashed, sort of like old junk sort of ship on one side of the dock. There's a bunch of crates which look like they've been emptied, scattered all over the place, and barrels. Finally, towards the back wall of the cave, there are a couple of set-up tents, and there is a couple of like loose pickaxes and stuff, and just a dark tunnel leading in. And as this guy arrives, he says, "Well, here's the cave. I'm not going any further because the what scares me. And well, someone's got to watch this place for smugglers. Best of luck. If anything happens,
Can I do a persuasion to motivate him? I'll be like, what did he say? It was his grandfather that was in the war?
yeah,
I'm gonna try and motivate him by saying like, it's okay to be afraid, but remember to be brave as well. You have the blood
I
of heroes in
cast
you.
guidance.
Alright, what do you give me on your guidance?
2.
2. Okay, so that's going to be an 18. No,
If-
19.
he thinks about your words and he's like, "Well, yeah, but that was that war, you know. They were fighting the East, you know. But like, this is a scary looking ruin, and you know."
Yeah, but they never see you.
But if the smugglers come back, they're going to steal all these pickaxes and mining equipment,
Hey.
and I'm going to get in so much trouble.
Hey,
Oh no,
Yeah,
I'm
but
not saying
they
you need to
can't-
go further. I'm just trying to help you with your insecurities.
Hey, what's up?
have you ever killed a man?
Of course not. What'd you take me for?
It gets easier every time.
Jesus, cheese and rice clean.
Mateer's laughing. Just like Finis.
I'm going to ignore you said that and go back to the entrance now.
Alright.
And yeah, he sort of like walks off, looks back, walks off.
Dwayne's
Have we
staring at
killed
him.
have we actually killed any real people? I don't think we have.
Uh,
Well, not in the campaign. No, because we killed like fake.
I killed,
Clones.
dude. I killed a man so brutally in like the 3rd session. I
not
shoved my
remember this.
entire arm down their throat.
I remember we killed some kobolds. I guess those count as people.
do they?
Kobolds
Yes.
aren't people.
Slep is on our ship. We're going to have equality.
It Clink like, what? One of my family's kobold. Shut up.
Well, I think we all have pretty weird families.
I have a foster sibling.
No,
I
you
was
never
just-
brought her up. You never brought them up before.
His name is Sheru.
I
I
don't
sent him a letter this morning.
have any siblings. I have my parents.
Mateer takes another swig of the rum.
Everybody's
Bring enough
talking
to
about
spare.
family and shit. They're just like, yeah, man, that's great.
I was a slave. Sip.
Oh, that's okay.
Okay, great. Let me go ahead and talk about my dead son.
I don't want to think about that.
If it helps me, first murdered a person when I was 7.
Oh,
And we still love you, Clank.
it was self-defense, right?
Yes. I defended myself from hunger by taking his money.
Okay, well, if you were that hungry and he was willing to go to that level of violence, it's fine.
Me and
Oh
family
my
needed
God.
food. He did not. He fat.
I'm in the party of perverts and murderers. Do you have any rum for me, Atera?
Sure, here.
No,
I didn't ask you, Glean.
I'm not a pervert.
That's a little what he takes issue with.
Mean, can you?
Yes, to be
Uh-huh.
fair, Glean not pervert. That his friend Big Frog.
Oh, yeah, Big
Oh,
Frog is
Big
a
Frog?
pervert.
I pop a wild shape. I'm gonna summon him. Say what you
Hi,
said.
Big Frog. Your
what you
master's a
said to him.
pervert, and so are you. When takes take a deep swig of that rum.
What is
Big-
pervert?
Big Frog was pervert. He think
Wait a
all
second.
three of us were your harem.
The Big Frog's a primordial, right?
Yes.
Aquan is a sub-language of primordial, and all the primordial sub-languages and primordial itself can understand each other.
Well, he's a primeval spirit.
Does he know primordial?
He speaks all languages that I speak.
You have primordial?
No.
I guess he doesn't understand me when I talk in Aquan.
What?
Oh,
Oh, by the way, Big Frog. Meet a small parrot.
You got bigger.
I did.
Are you going to get even bigger?
Maybe.
I had a friend that was a bird. She was bigger. She beat me in a fight, and she's bigger than me.
It's a big
what kind of
bird.
bird was she? A rock?
Big bird.
Big bird, okay.
Big bird.
She happened to be yellow.
Yes.
I love Big Frog. Big Frog
It's-
makes me happy.
Me think me know your true name.
What?
Nothing. Kermit.
When I called him Kermit.
He has a friend that is a big yellow bird.
I'm calling him Kermit.
It's
They're
not
both-
Kermit.
They're both giant puppets.
His name is not Kermit.
It's the damage is already done. His name's Kermit now.
No.
How did you know?
His primordial name is Kermit.
Yeah, but there's like at least 3 weird parts of punctuation in there.
It's
A couple
Kermit
of apostrophes.
spelled like Elon Musk's kid's name.
Kermit spelled like Preston.
Yes.
I hand the bottle back to Tara, and I'm going to be like, all right, let's continue.
All right, onwards.
All right, heading on through the cave passage. You guys feel a breeze ahead, and the cave almost immediately sort of like widens out into a giant underground cavern. You're currently on a
Okay.
very high up ledge of this cavern, and you overlook this genuinely quite impressively big sort of black stone temple.
I'm gonna be the first one to do it. I'm gonna test the acoustics in here and just go.
You do a little rivet.
Yeah, I'll just rivet.
Yeah, there's a pretty sort of like echoey ass place. There's not even any
And
like
just
bats in here or anything. No creatures by the looks of things.
Do I recognize what kind of specific temple this is, or do we need to get closer?
It's a bit far away, but it's definitely sea
Alright.
elf. You can see where they've tied up a couple ropes on this ledge to sort of descend lower.
Okay. Let's go down the ropes. I guess
as
besides
we
Clink-
walk down, I was gonna say, as we walk down, Clinky's just gonna be casually continuing the echo using Gleen's own voice. It's like, ribbit, ribbit,
You,
ribbit.
you sound like Master.
I pretend I echo.
Do me.
Do me.
Oh.
Atira's just singing the Halo theme.
Rocks fall.
Come in with the guitar solo. Not a guitar solo, the guitar.
As we descend
We are
down.
burning through all our references.
Rocks fall. Everyone using a reference dice.
Oh, I think we're all
Luckily, my microphone noise gate was not picking up me whistling the tune, so
I
I survived.
Hell yeah, dude.
But yeah, see,
This is now officially the flood mission.
no.
Let's
is-
do this.
Out.
it is a surprisingly long descent down this sort of like very hastily sort of constructed. It's basically just a rope, really. Honestly, it's just a rope that leads down. You slide down a rope. It hasn't been like tied to anything too stable. There's just like a stalagmite holding it. Stalactite. Even.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
once you
remember
guys
the tights come down.
once you guys come at the what? No, stalactites go up. Put on your pen.
No, stalagmites are on the ground. Stalactites hang
It's a
from the ceiling.
stalagmite then. Fuck. And once you guys are at the bottom, you see the sort of like yawning open entrance of this place. It is just pure darkness in there from here.
Well, that only bothers half of us. And Clink still has the
Well,
light.
Yep, light spell. Be keeping
I
light spell
can't
going.
see.
Like it's light. You're fine.
Hot frogs were nocturnal.
Oh, actually, he does have dark vision. Never mind.
Okay.
I don't have dark vision until I find the one wondrous item that I would like for the character.
Isn't there like a dark vision spell?
There is a dark vision spell, but I don't want to be wasting spell slots on dark vision.
Fair
When
enough.
I have
Party
things that
can
I'm-
see already.
When most of the party can already see, it would just be for me, and it's not going to be useful if I can find an item that does it for me and also gives me other benefits.
Okay.
But yeah, you guys are at the bottom of this sort of like big cavern. There is not even like natural light shining into this place. There doesn't appear to be any sort of entrances to this cavern. It just appears to be, well, this cavern.
Okay.
And the ominous temple therein.
Alright, now that we're closer to the temple, can I inspect it closer?
Yeah, you can inspect it. It's got some, it has a lot of carvings on it.
Okay.
Most of them you
Do
can
I
sort of
understand
tell
the
are pretty just ornate type carvings.
Okay.
You could do a
Uh,
little history check.
wow, I'm really happy. I rolled a fucking 2, so with my 9 history, that's an 11.
You want me to give it a shot?
Can you give me guidance?
I can give you guidance, but I'm not sure it'll help much. 3.
Alright, so that's a 14.
You can tell that this is an old site, older than the third era of the Sea Elves.
Okay.
You can't tell exactly which era this was or which part of said era.
Okay.
I can probably try and see if I can't nail this down more, because I'm a keeper of old.
Yeah, I'm going to say that. Yeah, it's older than the third era.
let's see here. I got a. That's a 18.
This is the late Second Era of Sea Elven civilization. Historians, you both know, refer to this as the Fall.
Whoa. Late second.
Yeah, that makes sense. Also makes sense why it's abandoned. Now I know, though. Is it fanatics, traditional, or technological? I guess we'll have to explore more.
Okay. Yeah, in the sort of like entrance way, you can sort of like see ahead. There aren't really what you'd expect from the rest of the archaeologists have called this a temple, but it's not really what you would expect from a Sea Elven temple. There's no like altars. There's no like sort of like places of offerings inside this room. It's just a big sort of empty hall. And beyond it, there are twin staircases that wrap around and seem to disappear further up into the place.
All right. It seems a bit odd that the main room would be so empty like this.
Unless it was made to be filled with water.
Oh yeah. Can I inspect the stonework to see, or is it stone?
It's some
wanna
kind of
inspect
dark
the-
stone.
Yeah, I want to inspect. Is there like evidence of water? Cause like erosion.
Do a geology check.
I don't know what that would be.
Me either.
I would say insider investigation.
Insider investigation.
Investigation.
All right, so that's a +5. That's an 11. Wow, I am
Guidance.
glowing. All right, how much?
4.
All right, that's going to be 15.
It takes a while to spot the telltale signs that you yourself have seen. Sea elf constructions are made to withstand water, obviously.
Yeah.
However, there's always significant gaps that will always be breached. And you can see the sort of like telltale signs of erosion between some of the brickwork.
Okay.
Clink, can I have an Arcana check?
Ooh, that was a good roll. A roll of an 18, and we just add 11 to that, so 29.
29.
And 29.
The second you stepped into this place, you felt like you stepped into 2 different places at once. And it's not an easy feeling. The sort of like magic sensing part of you that you use to sort of like suss out all your arcana and stuff and cast spells just feels cold.
This place strange. Like magic strange.
Yeah, I try to sense the magic.
You can have a
I'll
little.
try and describe with a feeling to see if it helps them to like pick it out of the weave.
Well, too bad. I rolled a 1.
I don't feel the weave.
I also don't feel the weave.
I'm just going to
Well-
let's see. I can make up an excuse for why I failed. Probably because maybe like I'm
Your
have
history
warlock-
brained, not magic
eldritch
brained right
history.
now.
yeah.
Mm.
And also I have a sword messing up my magical energies. Probably.
And Atira, if only you be weaving it, you will feel it.
Shut up! What the fuck is that?
I don't know if that's wisdom or an insult. I'm actually impressed with the wordplay.
was awful. I loved it.
And Clink just carries on walking after saying it.
It was total sincerity.
Glean and the big guy just confidently walking with her.
Yeah, aside from this really just empty room, there's nowhere to go but further upstairs.
Okay, up the stairs we go.
There's 2 staircases, but the second that they reach their first sort of like peak, they both turn and combine into the same one. And once they sort of like join together properly,
Big frog big enough for is big frog small enough for this?
he is just small enough, yeah.
Okay.
Once they these staircases meet, they twist again into one staircase that heads up into a very thin room. And you can see in this room specifically, there are sort of like there's a couple of candles that have been sort of like set up with some like tomes nearby. You think this is probably where like the other archaeologists who have been here have sort of like checked out. There's 2 rows on either side of the wall, and they are filled with urns.
Okay. Can I inspect the urns?
Have a little look-see look at the urns.
Look-see.
What kind of looks?
Investigation?
You can do a little investigation. On the far
Is
end
it
of the room,
19?
there is just another staircase that leads up, by the way. But yeah, no, with
Oh, so
19, you sort of see this as very non-traditional of sea elves. Obviously, you can't really cremate underwater, so there's not much use
Yeah.
for urns.
I think you could cremate with like a vent.
You
But
could,
that'd be
but
more like melting them.
You could recycle them like in Waterworld.
traditionally it's not done. These urns have a lot of just oddly colored sand inside of them.
It was some kind of. It might be a cremation urn, so that's quite unique for sea elves. This could be a technological site, but the religion points to it otherwise. Interesting. I don't think I'm going to touch the sand. Just in case, that's disrespecting a corpse.
Yeah. As you sort of like look into each of them, they've all got like varying shades of sand.
Okay.
There are, of course, the notebooks set out by the other archaeologists and stuff.
Oh yeah, that's what I was going to say. Have we ran into any more archaeologists? Is there any of their stuff flying around?
Aside from just a couple candles and scattered tomes, there's not much hint of their presence here. It seems they took
I'm
most
going
of
to
their
go-
stuff with them when they head back to town.
I'm going to go open the nicest tome I can see.
It is a very fresh new copy of a book that you have read before for your studies, and it's
Okay.
called a History of the Sea Elves, first through third era.
Okay, I'm going to go flip to the late second era and see if anything catches my eye.
There are a couple of things here that have sort of like little annotations wrote onto it that you start to spot in the second era. And the annotations in common, they're really just sort of like wrote down as possible second era site.
Oh, and they're worse than us.
What do you mean?
I don't even know if it's late second era yet. They just say second era. Well, this isn't going to help us.
If it doesn't say late second era, then it probably means this book was published before then.
No, I'm talking about the annotations.
Oh.
Oh, shitty
it-
archaeologists.
Yeah. Well, archaeologists prefer more places that tend to have more treasure, dwarf holds, tombs. Not really. Well, the issue is that most of them can't breathe underwater. All right, might as well continue. Is there anything else to do here?
It's up to you guys.
I'm continuing.
Okay. Everyone else?
I mean, we'll follow. So.
Yeah.
Mhm. We're not archaeologists. We follow archaeologists.
Mm-hmm.
The stairs lead up once more to the third and, from what you can tell, the last floor of this place. And probably the only reason that these guys have been referring to this as a temple. There is a large stone sarcophagus in the middle of this room. And it is just surrounded on all sides by just beautifully sort of like carvings in the wall.
Okay.
And
Hmm.
it has not been opened or anything, but there are a couple of like papers sort of like strewn about the place on top of it.
Okay.
Sarcophagi, you would know, are very common in Sea Elf temples.
Yeah. So I'm guessing since it's just like one sarcophagi, this might be somewhat of importance. I'll investigate it further. Oh, I can investigate the walls. What can I learn? Walls in the sarcophagus.
Okay, you want to have a little look-see look?
Yeah. Can I have some guidance, please? Should I do history or investigation?
You can do whichever you prefer.
Alright, I'm gonna do history, so I got 15 with the Glean Stew.
Okay, you sort of like trace from left to right what these sort of like murals are showing up. There is the you're aware of how people depict the Kraken usually, the
Mhm.
supposed true god of the deep, and it is extending like its tentacles outwards, and from them are coming a group of sort of like shrouded figures.
Okay.
And these figures are sort of like depicted on a second mural as being stood near sort of like kings or like
Okay.
rulers, priests. And on the third mural, it is just all of the shrouded figures are gone. And all of the sort of like kings and such are dead in a pile, almost. And there is just this sort of illuminated golden eye sort of floating above them.
Okay. Now, I don't know if this paints them in a good or a bad light. It's really just perspective, really. Is this a tragedy or a success story?
I'm a pluralistic worshiper of a plethora of gods. Maybe I could figure this out.
Have a little religion check if you'd like.
Let's see here. That is going to be a respectful, noble 17.
You're aware of deep sea religions in passing. It takes you a second to realize something a little off of this. The fact that these figures in darkness that are sent by the Kraken, seemingly, are stood next to priests, and then the priests are all sort of dead along with sort of like kings, is unusual since both would likely be worshipping the same deities.
Yeah. I'm guessing
Potential
it's
suicide cult.
well, it's depicting the fanatics, I'm sure of it at this point. The only ones related to the Kraken, I'm just unsure whether is it a fanatic or a king or a noble or a priest in the sarcophagus. Can I investigate the sarcophagus closer?
Yeah,
What
it's
are the
got
kind
a
of papers
it's,
scattered
it's
about on it?
it's some charcoal rubbings that have been started on top of it
Okay.
to get a sort of like little impression of what's been carved onto the top.
Okay.
Can I get that Arcana check from you again?
That would be a 26.
You can sense a lot of not sort of like magic, sort of like weave energy coming from within this, but far more mess than there should be. You're the only one who sort of like feels that there's a heaviness to it.
There's something fishy going on here, and I don't just mean handle it.
This religious community could have been infiltrated by worshippers of Miracle, turned it into a suicide cult.
I think it's the Kraken, not Miracle.
They sacrificed themselves for the Kraken.
Sacrificed others. The fanatics are... They're pretty fucking terrible people, honestly.
I'm gonna
I don't
open
like
the
to bother
sarcophagus.
surface dwellers. Hey, it's my people. Let me do the honors, please.
Okay.
All right, I'm going slowly, as gently as I can, opens the sarcophagus.
Okay. I'll need a strength check from you first. It's a pretty sort of like heavy stone lid.
Guidance.
All right, how
One.
much did you give me? Okay, so 13 plus 2, 15.
Yeah, with a bit of a shove, you're able to sort of like push this thing open, like a crank. As you do, you hear a couple of like dripping beads of water. And the second that you get this thing open just an inch, there is suddenly a just cloud of sort of just smoke that billows out of it. Everyone make me a constitution check. Save.
Constitution
that's-
save. My God, I think
Dirty 20.
I got
I
10.
really have to use.
15.
Oh look, and my +0 Constitution modifier.
Oh wait, no.
12.
Constitution.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, still 10.
Okay. Clink. Aetira. Wait, what did you get, Aetira?
15.
Yeah. Aetira, Clink, and Andlin, you are caught by just a coughing fit as this dark smoke just reaches your lungs. It takes you a second to get back to it. Glean, you've almost got your own oxygen ecosystem going for you. You're alright.
The tree filters it.
Aside from
Okay.
that, nothing seems to have gone wrong.
Dripping water does make me a little nervous, though. Is it still dripping water somewhere?
As you sort of like peek inside of this sarcophagus, the small little bit that you've opened, you can make out mildly reflective water inside.
Oh. Yeah, I don't want to disturb it if there's a corpse at the bottom. Yeah, does it look like the water is deep or does it look shallow? That's just what the hell? Ow.
It's hard to tell with just this little inch of the sarcophagus open.
All right, let's open it very gently. I'm going to actually ask the crew for help so it doesn't drop and break when we push it all the way off.
Okay, I'll help.
Wait, you have Big Frog. Big Frog can probably do it.
Big
No,
Frog
I have
will
to
do
help
it.
Big Frog. I have to help Big Frog because I do not want this damaged.
Yeah, Clink will not be helping. Clink not strong.
Big Frog will help.
Have a mage hand?
Very
Mage hand can only lift like a certain amount, technically.
I need it more for like, because it's both finesse and strength. I guess you could say.
Big Frog.
Very
All right.
delicately and slowly, you push this stone covering off of this thing. Within, you don't find a corpse. You just find a reflective pool of water, and you really just can't tell how deep it is.
I'm going to turn my weapon to a staff and start poking down. How deep can it go?
How long is your staff?
How long is a staff in D&D?
5 feet.
Okay, there you go.
It's deeper than 5 feet.
Atera, Clink, do you have anything to help you breathe underwater?
No.
All right,
No.
stay here. And I guess keep a watch.
Before you go, tie rope on you.
Oh yeah, thank you for reminding me, Clink.
If anything happened, we can pull you out. Just
Alright.
tug. Angry tug. If you need help.
Alright, I'm just going to do a knife 50 feet of rope. I'm going to hand it Tara it, because I trust Tara. And I'm going to be like, Lean, you're coming with me.
Right.
Alright.
All right, I hold the rope very taut, ready to go.
And dive.
Okay, you two drop down. You are sinking for a couple of minutes
Oh.
until you emerge in the exact same room underwater. Atira and Clink, you watch the rope disappear in. All of a sudden, you see Glean and Endlinth coming back out, except they are just shadowed figures to you right now.
The fuck?
This explains why it feels like same place twice.
You
It's a
two
mirror
can
world.
also see Clink and Atira as
Okay.
shaded figures.
Huh.
Link just starts doing shadow puppets.
Do I see Shadow Clink do shadow puppets?
See Shadow Clink doing shadow puppets.
Okay. So it's a
I get
reflection.
sturdy with it.
So what if we go back down the stairs to where the urns are?
Taking a look around
Okay.
this underwater version of this place.
Oh yeah, the Merles. I should look at the Merles and the sarcophagus on this side. Is there any differences?
This place has rotted. It is
Oh.
overgrown with this almost disgusting looking sort of like black moss. The murals have chipped off.
Oh shit, I got a great idea.
Yeah, can you politely
I'm gonna
tell the
cast
moth
Speak
to
with
move?
Plants on the moss.
You are?
Well, actually, I'm gonna cast Speak with Plants specifically on them. I'm just gonna cast Speak with Plants.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I'm gonna do that, and I'm going to all the plants in the area can understand what I'm saying and can speak to me.
In common.
I guess in whatever language you can communicate with it and you share a common language.
They're speaking to you in Sylvan.
Okay.
As you just hear, finally. It's been so long since we've seen a tree speaker, a moss listener.
How long have you been down here, my child?
Time doesn't move.
Who left you down here?
The elves, our masters from before, they spoke to the moss. Now they're gone.
Where did they go?
Dark figures, closed in, knives in the dark.
Can you show me where they went?
Downstairs.
I just want to double check. We're underwater, right?
Yeah?
Me and Glean. Okay. I didn't know if it like turned into like just a normal shadow room. Okay.
Downstairs.
Can you ask them? From what I can tell from the mods, does it look like it's the same Merle on this side, or this
It looks
reality? I don't know.
pretty much the same, yeah.
Okay. Well, let's go downstairs then.
Heading on back down to the urn room.
Yeah.
The
So we're gonna follow the shadows, right?
I might have needed more rope.
Clink.
Yeah, we should follow, or at least I can follow and try and keep an eye on you and them.
Yeah, actually that makes more sense than if I'm carrying the rope. Just in case. Don't want to abandon this. Because if I pull with the rope, do I
Where'd
feel?
Big
Wait,
Frog go?
as Anlith moves, do I feel the rope like moving?
it's still going, yeah.
Big Frog did not come with us. He cannot fit in a coffin.
Okay.
I'm trying to just imagine him just getting squeezing through and getting stuck.
Okay, well, if Big Frog did
Oh,
not go with you,
master.
then
I'm stuck.
Clink would just like, big, we don't. He never told us your name. Big Kermit man, can you hold rope for us? We want to follow your master Shadow, but if we pull rope, it pull them too.
We didn't have names back then.
Your name is Kermit.
My name is Kermit.
Yes.
It's a big reference to Squeeze by me here. You're lucky I'm not killing Kermit.
I just like the idea that Green's gonna come back and they're gonna and Kermit's gonna be like,
My
I've
name's
been
Kermit
given a
now."
name.
Yes, he'll hold it.
Yeah, you guys
All right,
continue down to the second floor. You can see Anlinth and Glean swimming past. Anlinth and Glean, you see this floor is in tatters again. There is just moss sort of like busting through the ceiling, dark and all that. Anlinth, you can make out very faintly, every so often, the moss sort of almost shivers. And it's sort of like very faint black dust sort of seeps out of it.
Has it been
Is that
10
harmful,
minutes?
Glean?
It has not
Oh,
been 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
I can still talk to the moss.
Yeah.
What makes you shiver?
Our ancient task. All we have.
What is it that you do?
We create the life ender.
Who is the life ender?
The spores. They pleased the old masters.
Oh my god, this is the flood mission.
Glean, what do you mean by what? Because I only hear Glean's side of the conversation, and Sylvan, I don't speak to plans.
The moss is emitting spores.
What do they? If it's a life-ending spores, we need to get back.
We need to go.
All right, rope tug.
I start pulling.
Yeah, you guys are yanked on back through. Completely safely. You're fine.
I might cough a bit.
You guys okay?
No.
What happened down there?
There were some
Life-ending
black
spores.
Life-ending spores.
Yeah,
My name's Kermit.
I don't have the. How do I get?
Yeah, we named the big guy Kermit
Why would you do that?
because he didn't have a name.
He is the big guy.
It's Big Kermit.
Big Kermit.
Big Kurt. This is an acceptable compromise.
Yeah.
For
I
Shut the fuck up.
like to think is like, how do we? I want to explore deeper, but I don't know how to fight off killer spores.
Well, if it's the same here as it is there, we should probably find this version first.
Oh yeah. Where is the black moss? Is there any black moss now?
Well, what I'm saying is we need to explore this plane before we explore the other one.
Okay. Well, this is the last room.
Oh. Small.
Yeah. Link, do you have any ideas on how to get past spores underwater?
Can we actually hear them through this?
They
We're
can
already
make up.
pulled up.
I didn't get that. Two people spoke at the same time.
Oh,
We
they came
pulled
back up. So
Oh, okay. Sorry, I missed that bit. No, me know nothing about spores.
We could always hold our breath, I suppose.
Hmm.
Hey,
Could
can
you
everyone but
ask-
Glean
can you
give me a
convince the moss
constitution
not
check
to
real
do-
quick?
That's so for one thing, that's a natural 20. For another
Everyone
thing, that's
but Glean.
with my
Everyone but Glean.
okay.
Okay. Oh, that's
It's
a
7.
10.
I got 15 again.
Okay, just checking.
Wait, guys, do you remember that cloud that popped up?
That could be spores. Oh
we
you're
dear.
already infected.
Oh, fuck.
Oh shit, the archaeologists could be infected. Well, no, they don't. Did it look like
They didn't come in here.
Yeah, they did. There were notes and scratchings. Did they ever open this like we did?
They're not gonna come back then if they did.
I'm asking God if it looks like this has been opened
It-
recently.
Does not look like they opened anything or confiscated or moved anything yet.
Well, I don't think they got infected because they weren't stupid enough to open this. Ask Glean. You're the nature, and you're also our best healer. Can you talk
I can
to
try
the
to do
moss
herbalism. Actually, I can do herbalism.
more? I was more saying talk to the moss more and tell them to stop releasing spores. Or
Has
a
it been
bit.
10 minutes?
You're up on like 7 minutes now.
I have very limited time. I'm gonna jump back in the water,
Okay.
and I guess I'm gonna try and convince the moss that their duty is done. They don't need to make more spores.
And ask them if there's a way to stop their spores. As you jump down.
That's okay. That's what I was going to do.
No, stop their spores and then stop it from killing us.
But
Yeah,
you're-
your duty is done. You don't need to make more spores. The spores can stop now.
You're not one of the old masters, but you speak to us like them. It's over.
It's over.
You hear nothing for a second, and you watch as all of this moss throughout this temple just turns like a sickly sort of like brown color and withers into gray, and then turns to dust.
You made the moss kill itself.
I guess in a
Okay.
very awkward, like reverse Terminator, my hand comes out of the water with a thumbs up.
How
do I feel?
Yeah, how do I feel? Did anything change?
You guys are feeling okay right now?
I'm feeling okay right now. Do you know any purifying spells, Glean, in case one of us does get sick?
Is Glenn still underwater?
He's
I have
pissed
an
thumbs up.
herbalism kit.
You have an herbalism kit. I was hoping you knew like something like lesser restoration or cure. Well, that's fine. That's fine.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were the one that was going to be the designated healer, and I jumped back underwater.
Oh, I'm jumping back in after you.
Wait! Oh.
Quickly just takes a shot of like holy water. Best we
That's your-
got.
Atira's right there. Atira's right there with the rum.
Hands this over to it. Hands some of the holy water over to Atira and pours it in the rum. Goes, might help me. Don't know.
Both of you
Oh,
roll
they're kinda-
me a.
Atira looks at it for a second, kind of like, I don't know if tieflings can drink holy water.
Okay.
Blink, roll me a little religion check real quick.
What?
This is going to be wonderful.
I believe in Clink.
I'm thankful that you believed in me because I rolled an 18. What's religion based on? Okay, so I got a 21.
You're not sure if you were feeling a sort of like weakness due to anxiety that you might be sick, but sort of like refreshing yourself with the water has made you feel a little better.
Blaine, you know about plants. You know about any moss with life-ending spores? Any information you could tell me? And
Nope.
also, when I said I learned healing magic, I'm still a bard. I can only know really things that either temporary bolster life force or small group healing.
Is this really the best time for this?
Well, there's no better time when we're swimming down to the urn floor.
Yeah, you guys are
I'm just...
you guys are heading back in to the urn room.
Yeah.
Clink and Atira, are you bothering to follow, or are you just sort of?
Well, we can't breathe underwater, can we?
No, I mean the shadows.
Oh, yeah.
If you shadows, yeah.
I guess now that I'm not holding a rope.
Yeah, you guys are back in the urn room. In this version of the world, a lot of the urns have been sort of like shattered by the fact that this place is just crumbling. The sand content spilling out.
Oh, was the moss
Okay.
holding everything together?
It feels like this place has got a lot more structurally weak since the moss left.
That's no
Okay.
good.
Well, you can always grow some not killer moss if needed.
So we didn't kill it; it killed itself.
I don't really have a choice on
Yes.
what plant life I grow. It's just the ambient plant life around me. So I'll probably end up just making the moss come back.
Oh,
That's bad.
that's not a good idea. Do they hear us? Do the shadows make noise?
It is the most sort of listening to a TV during a hurricane in your neighbor's house type noise.
Okay.
Ooh,
That's
I have
such
an
a
idea.
specific.
Clinky's just going to casually try using message. Because technically, we can see them,
Okay.
and they're within range. This is a... Andlith, can you hear me?
Yes, I can, Clink.
Ooh! Clink just turns to Atira and goes, hey, message works!
Oh shit! Hell yeah!
Alright.
They can't talk to us, but we can talk to them.
Well, it's better than nothing, I guess.
Are broken. Is there anything different about the stand itself?
No, there's nothing sort of like different aside from the fact that there's a lot of just broke ass shit.
Okay.
The sand looks the same, sort of like varying colors and stuff.
Alright. I wonder how far can we go? As we go down to the next floor.
You with this, Glean?
Yeah.
All right. You guys head back down the twin staircases again. This room is, if all the other rooms were kind of decayed, this is the strangest one you've seen yet. It is almost like a spider's web, in the fact that there are ropes just tied around everything, and they all seem to like wrap around holding this very strange sort of like shimmering cutlass, which is embedded in the center of the floor.
Oh. This is one of the sword and the stone situations.
I guess I grabbed the sword.
There is a lot of really sort of like tangly rope to get through.
1 second. I have.
I'll pull my sword out.
See, I was just going to slash it first. Can we do a speed check to see who slashes it first?
Yeah, you could both do a
You
dex.
already have it. Your sword turns into a gun. Fuck off.
Yeah, now my gun's turning into a sword. I'm slashing with a dirty 20 dex. No, not dirty 20. Oh yeah, dirty 20. Okay.
Fuck me. I only got a 19.
Elle, in your head, you hear, "Oh, this reminds me of one of ours."
Wink, hell, Glean. Glean? Don't touch the sword.
But yeah, you cut through a couple of ropes.
Yeah.
Even underwater, you can hear a sudden snapping sound. Captain Atir and Clink, did you come down with them as they came down here?
Yes.
Okay. As this sort of like snapping sound goes off, the sword is wrenched free from its pedestal and pulled by the rope, like here and there, hither and thither. As it is, you watch it sort of like cut the air on one side and the water on the other side, and where it does, it leaves a massive tab between the two spaces that you're both at.
I'm going to dismiss my treachery. I guess that's what I'm calling
Oh
it.
yeah, I
but
should say,
you know it as a black blade of destruction. because
Atir
I-
and Clink, the room you're in is now flooding rapidly.
Oh fuck.
That would have been helpful to know.
I'm
Clink
going to
sends a
grab
message
the
and goes,
sword.
"Whatever you're doing, you're making this area flood."
I'm going to grab the sword with my cursed arm, and I am going to try to will it to close the gap.
I'm gonna
I'm gonna
need
try
a
to take
deck
control.
save and then a
Okay.
wisdom check.
That's a nat 20 on the deck save.
A
And that's a
rope-
natural one on the wisdom! Holy 5 polar!
A rope almost snapped by you and would have like dragged the sword through you. You very eagerly dip out of the way and manage to grab this thing both hands as the ropes
Yeah.
around the room are unraveling and this thing is just tearing the place up. As
Yeah.
you do, you scream in agony as you feel all of your sort of like all of the fucking limbs on your body just sort of like screaming and contorting. You guys watch as Elle is just like rapidly fading in and out of
Anlith.
reality. Sorry, my bad. Anlith is just like fading in and out of realities, like both shadow and not, just sort of like, and has the sword. You're gonna take some damage.
Yeah.
You're gonna take 16. I don't know what you'd call
Alright.
this damage.
Psychic.
I'll call it psychic, as you are
so-
sort of like rapidly thrown between walls.
3 and then 6. So we got 54.
Nani?
We're down to 50. Because now
Okay.
that's 7 temp HP from the water stone. Alright, I yell out to Clink to cast Dispel Magic.
I'm gonna Eldritch Blast
Um,
the sword.
Double check. Have I actually got Dispel Magic prepared? Hey, guess who doesn't have that prepared?
Oh, we're doomed.
Alright.
I got a natural 20 on the attack roll.
Okay. You blast this fucking sword. How much damage do you do?
Near max damage. I rolled 2 9s.
Alright. It spins out of control. Ellie, Anlin, for you holding on to this thing.
Yes, I'm trying to hold on to it.
That's going to be a strength check.
Alright. Oh, I'm terrible at strength. Oh, okay. I got 19.
Okay. You're able to just manage to hold on to it as it spins and cuts through the remainder of its ropes.
Okay.
And then you are suddenly propelled by its force and flung outside.
We. Actually, no. The correct noise would be ah.
You all watch a sort of like shadow tears around the room, sort of like closing up, as Elle's sort of that Anlin's shadow is just dragged out into the cavern.
I chase after it.
Yeah, the sword just kind of like is floating there. Anlin, from out here, you see instead of a cavern, there's just darkness all around the temple, in a sort of like sphere almost.
Okay.
There
I'm going
is-
to try to wrangle the sword. I guess, since if it's one of ours, like the sword said, I should have some pull over it, or try to at least.
Okay, you can do another wisdom check. I'll give it to you.
Another wisdom. That's wisdom of +1 plus 12.
You break through for almost just a split second, and you just hear the words, hide, hide. And once more, it just barrels towards the temple again, straight towards the rock.
Oh,
I'm gonna need a deck save.
treachery! Can you talk to this? If it's one of yours, that's a deck save of a dirty 20.
You're able to prevent the worst of the damage as it slams you into a rock, but you are still going to take 4 points of damage as you are just scraped against the outside of this temple. Glean and Co., as you're watching this, what's up? What you thinking?
I had to destroy the sword.
I'm just trying to, like, figure out how to save or like get anything, like, Glean out of there.
I can offer you a spot to hide. Calm down.
Do I see the sword?
Yeah, it's still on sort of like your guys' side. Right now.
Eldritch Blast.
Oh, okay.
If you hit me, Glean, I'm going to hurt you.
17 on the attack roll.
You're gonna hit it, yeah.
Only 9 damage that time.
Okay. Glean. You know what? Just say it like it is. Does a 20 hit you?
Yes.
This thing rips itself out of the rock, jumps down, and slashes at you. Other universe, you suddenly see blood start pouring into your side. Glean, you're taking a full 20 damage as this thing cuts into you.
I'm gonna cast Fire Shield on myself.
You're underwater.
I think Fire Shield works in the water.
So it doesn't say anywhere that water dispels it.
You can do a
All
worm shield or a chill shield.
so all it says is thin wispy frames. Thin wispy flames wreath my body for the duration, shedding light in a 10-foot radius, and then dim for another additional 10. The flames provide you a warm shield or a chill shield. As I choose, the warm shield grants me resistance to cold. The chill shield grants me resistance to fire. And in addition, whenever a creature within 5 feet of me hits me with a melee attack, the shield erupts in flame, and the attacker either takes 2d8 fire damage or 2d8 cold damage. I
Well,
want them
guess
to
who
take.
the attacker is? Whose hand is it in?
It's the sword.
I think it's gonna hit
I
both.
have my hands on the sword.
Alright,
Yep,
well,
it's gonna hit both.
that's what you
Alright.
get for grabbing cursed swords.
How much damage is it?
You take 13 fire damage.
Is there a save? Nope, there is not. 13 you said?
Yes.
Okay, 47, 37. I always tell Glean to knock it off, Glean. It's scared.
It's a cursed sword.
We don't know that. It could just be a magical sentient sword that's scared.
Clink, you
I'm
can
going
just
to-
send them. Actually, no. Clink would have no idea that this thing is. Because Clink cannot hear you on the other
Yeah.
side.
You and I have no idea what's happening right now.
And I'm going to repeat what I said earlier, that I'm going to try to get the Blade of Lives and Deceit to talk to this sword. I'm going to be like, just tell it can go into the armory to hide.
What's your warlock modifier again?
It's charisma.
Roll me a little charisma check. See how you
Alright,
wrangle
that's
this.
going to be 17. 19. Sorry, I missed 2.
19. Alright. You hear in your head just a, okay. Little sword, calm down now. You're in for company of friends. Except for the grung, of course. Let's see. This does not seem to calm the sword at all. Elle, can I get a wisdom save?
Okay. Up. That's a 16.
Okay. All of a sudden, as you are grabbing this thing, it slams itself at the ground. And while sort of like cutting down, it drags itself back through into the normal sort of like space. Away from
Okay.
Gleam, seemingly.
So it's in the same plane as thinking
Yeah. And it has dragged you along with it.
I'm beelining it back to the sarcophagus.
Oh my god, are you guys okay?
Tell Glean to stop being an idiot and attacking everything he sees.
What the hell
Yeah.
happened in there?
This was a trapped sword. Glean's convinced it's cursed. I'm not so sure. But sentient. And now it's completely terrified of Glean, and I can't get it under control.
Hide us.
Clink
Hide us.
Clink goes over and like tries to hold on as well as Andlith, and in the best way possible. Is like, we good at sneaking, we good at hiding. Me and Tiefling, we hide you. Calm
I'm already
down.
hiding one sword. I can hide another one.
Atira's looking very intently at this sword.
Can I get a Actually, you know what? Yeah, can I get a stealth check from you, Clink?
Ooh.
You feel almost as if you're being watched all of a sudden.
I am definitely making sure I use a re-roll on that. So that comes out to be 23.
The sword immediately just sort of like almost vibrates with magical energy. And you feel as it sort of like shoves itself into Clink's hands more.
Okay. I likes you, Clink. I'm going to let go of it.
It seems mostly content right now.
You calm? You calming?
Eyes.
You know
I
what?
think
I'm
it's at
just
this
happy
you
point
don't have
that
to
Gleam
think
probably
back.
bursts from the sarcophagus.
I'm going to punch Glean right in the stomach.
He's still
Got
upstairs.
punched. Okay. I hear this, and I'm going to walk up there and punch Glean in the gut.
Will
Alright,
you
let's do
two
it.
chill?
Let's do it, bitch. Let's go.
Ateria gets between them. Okay, that's enough. You two have been at each other all day. This is ridiculous.
While they're sort of like fighting,
He burned
Clink,
me.
I just
He
want.
shot at me with Eldritch Blast twice.
And
just
you're
wanna look-
fine.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
aiming for the sword.
Oh, that's really lovely. Guess what? You were making it worse.
When will
You
you
think you have the
ever
power to
learn and
destroy a
abide by
sword?
the phrase "leave things where they lie"?
You were cutting down the vines as well, Glean. If you listen to plants so much, maybe you can be empathetic about a sentient sword.
It's cursed. I'm not
You
gonna
don't
let you make
know
another
that.
mistake.
Another mistake? I'm sorry, but in the reality where I didn't have this terrible fate bestowed upon me, I'm dead. So if you think it's a mistake that I'm alive, do you?
Blink. The second that those guys are sort of like fighting over there, I just want to let you know that the sword is just repeating in your like head. Don't let I see us. Don't let I see us. Please. Please.
Which eyes? Which eyes? Explain.
All.
Help. All eyes.
Gaze. Frightening.
Oh god, it's homophobic.
I didn't want to say it. Hey, Clink will just like put it in a cloak and kind of like throw wrapping it up and go, is this what you mean? Or do you mean more?
Unseen. 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 It sounds just to be like calming down.
Glean,
Okay,
I'm telling you.
it seems calming, Aether. It not scared. It calm.
Glean, I'm telling you, there was no malice in that sword. I didn't mean to rip through reality. It was just scared.
It's terrified. It keeps talking about eyes. Maybe we should use ours and look around more.
Remember there was eye imagery in one of the rooms?
Glynn says nothing. He's just walking away.
Okay, well, we found the sword. The sword seems to be in a better spot now, if I'm understanding everything correctly. I actually don't fully understand what's going on right now.
From what we gather, sword was very scared,
Mm-hmm.
lashed out. It did not want to be seen, and now it's hiding. It can't be seen. It seems calm. It kept talking about eyes. Don't let eyes see us.
Okay.
Don't let the gaze see us. So you and Andleth, no, scratch that last bit. We're not going to add more fuel to that.
Oh my god. Okay. Anyway.
So in the meantime, Clink's gonna be like just still talking to the sword, going, "Explain more. What are the eyes? Why are they looking? Why do they scare?"
And then it's going to try to, because I remember Sheeper or God talked about there was one of the rooms had eye imagery. It had like a giant eye.
Oh yeah, that did happen. It's like a big golden eye.
Yeah.
Eye of the old one.
So
Eye of the deep one. Ancient enemy. Hide away from it.
Clink will relay that to everyone else and go, "Yep, Eye of Evil guy?
Oh.
Sword scared of the big eye.
I want to investigate the eye on the dry side. Do I sense any magic coming off of it? Is it moving? Is it reacting to us? I want to poke it in the eye. Atlas is in a bad mood.
No, it's not moving or anything. It's not like magical. It's a very sort of like golden, sort of like long slitted type of eye. Like you'd imagine like a cat to have almost.
Let's see. I can't heal myself. Or just myself. But I can't really do anything. Damn. I guess what I can say is that, alright, I'm going back down there because when I left the temple on that side, it was just darkness. And here's a rope, like, tied around my waist. I don't know what Glean does. Probably best if he doesn't follow me.
Glenn's just staring at you. Like he's
I thought
he's
you
not
were
gonna come
walking
back
away.
he's not gonna come back with you this time. And I'm gonna use that opportunity to piss wizard.
Okay.
Okay, I'll hold the rope.
I'm definitely going to have treachery out, though. I'm going to ask it more. One of yours didn't seem much like you.
Okay, as you sort of like descend into the sarcophagus this time,
Yeah.
you hit the bottom.
Oh. I get back up, and I'm just going to say, can't go that way anymore.
Wait, what do you mean?
It's a proper sarcophagus now.
Proper how?
It's no longer leading into the alternate reality, the extra dimensional plane.
Other plane?
Yeah, I think.
Maybe other plane collapsed when sword maybe left.
Hiding place.
Yeah.
Oh, it said hiding place. You were trying to hide in another plane?
The only place safe.
You're with us now. We will make you safe.
In my head, because out of my head is Black Blade of Destruction, but in my head it's the Blade of Liars. I'm gonna be like, so I have a few guesses. The Blade of like cowardice, stealth, hiding. What do you know about it?
As a sentient sword myself, I'll tell you the truth this time. There are many blades made of many different types of materials, with many types of sentience, and this isn't one that I've ever been acquainted. I only ever knew a shield of cowardice.
It's a good thing that I expect everything you say to be a lie, then.
If I may offer one more truth, feels as if this blade was made of desperation. You can tell if
That's
you
for sure.
have an eye for craftsmanship.
I don't know about an eye for it, but I'm pretty creative. Alright, what's...
I'd tell
do
you
we
to
do
take
now?
a closer look, but I take it that's not an option.
I can tell Clink to take a closer look. Clink, can you take a closer... I don't even want to pull it out. I don't want it to panic again.
Ah, you forget. Me and Cloak.
Okay.
Clink just like puts the cloak over her head, kneels down, pulls the cloak around her,
I'm going
casts
to...
light inside the cloak so she can see what's going on, and then takes the sword out and goes, "We safe here. Don't worry."
Alright.
No,
I'm going to cast Identify.
don't look. Don't look.
I'm trying not to make eye contact.
They make eye contact.
You. How do you want me to examine when I can't look at sword?
Eyes, close. Other ways
Huh?
to see.
Oh,
Yeah, identify is touch only.
yeah, I don't have the identify spell. I've never
I do.
needed that.
I'm casting it. I asked you if I can.
Clink will look and keeping her eyes closed. Clink will look at the sword and go, "Okay, explain more."
Can't be seen. Surge of energy, power, flee, run, hide. Darkness safe, comfy.
I understand that much. I'm like that myself.
Safety, safety. In here. And if you're casting Identify, can you walk me through that one?
Alright, identify. You choose one object you touch throughout the casting of the spell. If it's a magic item or some other magic imbued object, I learn its properties, how to use them, whether it requires attunement, how many charges it has, if any. You learn what spells are affecting it. And if it was created by spell, I know what spell created it.
I'm going
that's
to
it.
give you this a little more creatively than statistically.
That's completely fine.
You know for a fact that if this thing needed to at any point in time, it could go back to its hiding spot. With a simple cut, it can open up this shadowy space. Its name was once Rias.
Hi, Clink.
You
Its name is Rias, and it can cut into that plane. You might be able to do some things with that. I'm not sure.
Could be safe place.
Yeah. Sounds useful for someone of your skills. Well. I guess.
Identify gave is that all that identify gave it?
Is there anything else you would have preferred to hear?
I don't know. I think the name and its primary powers
Yeah,
good
I
enough.
guess.
Adding into a second realm is multi-purpose. You can send someone else there. You can send yourself there. You can open like
My first thought was send Gleam to the naughty room.
What?
gay baby jail.
What?
Never mind. Don't worry, Gleam. Don't worry, Gleam. It's fine. It's fine.
We go
Just a silly bird brain.
anytime. Just don't
Your name,
look.
Ree?
Was named long ago.
Your name, Rias?
Not for a long time.
What's your name now? If you have one.
I don't.
Would you like same name or would you prefer new name?
Don't remember Rias.
We will think of new name for you. Just for now, be safe. Be hidden.
It sort of immediately takes your advice, flying out of your hand and sort of like hiding right against your back under the cloak.
And Kling just pops her head back out of the cloak and goes, It seems safe. It seems content. It hiding. It kept saying don't look. Me still unsure if it means look at it or look at other things. Especially when you say there is large eye in other room.
Wayne.
What?
Can you please heal me, and maybe even yourself?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and that'll be a simmering down of a cure wounds.
Okay.
Atira's looking at both of them with a very disapproving look in her eyes, but also that has softened a little bit with this action.
10.
10 HP? Okay. Well, unless we dare to use the sword to open up to the other side, not much else we can do. I guess we replace the sarcophagus and get out of here.
Right.
Big guy. Please
Ah.
help me with the lid.
Yeah,
Oh no, cure me.
I got a good guy.
You putting the lid back on? Is that it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. As they're going back in to put the lid on, I believe. Let me remember.
Do you remember?
Clink. It might just be the dust in this place, but you feel a little bit of a coughing fit coming on. And Annalyn, as you're sort of like putting the lid back on this thing, and you've got it like back in place, you feel very out of breath all of a sudden.
Be right back.
Surprisingly so.
Oh, you're just being right back. Okay, I'm going to go piss wizard.
Piss wizard break. We are at 2 hour and 30 minutes mark. If you guys want to go piss wizard,
Actually, yeah, good
The-
idea.
Yeah, this would be where my little tiny ship animation bobbing up and down would go if I had finished
that's
it in
okay.
time.
I can just press the pause button on OBS. All right,
My
piss wizard
God.
time. All right,
What
we're
is
back
that
in
from?
recording. DC's Legends of Tomorrow. It's a terrible show.
Ah,
Okay.
Yeah, you guys got you still say paused. You guys got the
What?
swidordadord.
Glean?
Good, the Swidododod.
Glean, I think it's the moss.
I told her its duty was done. It shouldn't be here.
Did the spores in our chest already hear that?
Do you want me to try herbalism on you or not?
I'd rather not lose my lungs and my heart.
Alright, don't worry. Just give me 1 second. I read a book about this. Apparently, a turtle pioneered this idea of chewing out the leaves and then you shove them in your nose.
Can I not just breathe them in through my mouth?
That's a reference.
If I don't get the reference, Analyst is going to take that 100% seriously.
I'm gonna do an herbalism check.
Nature or medicine?
I have an herbalism kit, so I guess it'd actually be medicine. Yeah.
Yeah, the kit, if you have proficiency, just gives you advantage on the rolls.
Oh shit. Okay. That is going to be a. Let's see here. 17 plus 7, a 24.
You're feeling much marginally better, Annalyn.
Everybody just has a bunch of chewed up leaves shoved in their nostrils.
Does Clink feel better? Has the Terra felt anything yet?
Terry
I don't know,
doesn't
have
seem
I?
pretty affected. Clink, yeah, you're feeling much better now that you're breathing in whatever herbs these are. You're definitely not
Breathing
coughing
herbs.
up anymore.
I think Glenn under his breath is just going to be like, it actually worked.
I want to see if I hear that. How quiet are you being?
Of course it worked. What am I talking about?
Alright, does 18 hear your little... Oh, it worked.
Probably.
Glean, you're a druid. I hope, by all the gods, that it works.
That's the first time I tried it, okay?
Well, don't you, like, know more about this stuff? Or you can learn it easier?
I've only been a druid for a month. Thank you very much.
I don't know how it works. I was a wizard for, like, geez, not even a week.
Summon me an undead army. Then. You stranger. You stranger.
Can you two stop? for
What do you
just a
mean
little
undead
bit?
I don't know any of you. Figure it out.
Okay. I think Ling has dementia.
Either both of you stop, or our new friend Sword will send you to the naughty step.
Where's it at?
If you send me and Glean in together, someone's not going to
Two of you
out.
go in, one of you comes out, and I don't care which one it is. Just shut up. Stop fighting. Assuming we
Trying
let
to
you
give
out.
him a little bit of confidence in his own ability.
He is right, though. It has only been about a week since he learned these things.
Guys, can you believe we became a crew only a week ago?
Now, be fair,
Wow.
Captain. It was like 10 days ago.
A little bit longer. We were on the island together. Well, not with Clink.
That was a few days.
I'm going back in the water, and I just go.
There's no water. You're way at the bottom. Yeah, I'm just going to say there's. Never mind.
Glean, the water's drained.
Uh,
There is no water.
All right, Glean. There's water outside. Let's leave the church if there isn't anything changed.
I'm following you, I guess.
Yeah, has anything changed since what happened?
He's gonna roll me a little perception check.
All right, that's 4 plus. That's a 15.
Let's see, 9 plus a... That's a 14.
Not a single change.
Okay.
Okay. Let's just get out of here and get back to the ship then if we're done.
If I walk out of this church and it's pure darkness like it was on the other side, I'm going to just break down crying. I thought this would be a nice little archaeology. Oh, it is pretty nice actually. More eventful than I thought it would be.
You're telling me.
Okay, you guys are heading back out then?
Yes.
Yep.
Out the temple, up the ropes, through the cave.
Mm-hmm.
Over the river, through the woods.
To Grandma's house we go.
Now you guys climb back up. Doesn't take that long. And you head out through the cave passage. The guard doesn't seem present right now.
Okay.
Like, physically or, like, emotionally?
Basically, he does not appear to
Emotionally.
be here.
Okay, that's a bit weird how there's no replacement guard.
Emotionally, he's
Wait, is
Thinking
he
about
just
how he just
camouflaged
killed a
as
man.
well?
Curious. When the other place stopped existing, how did Clink feel with the whole two places thing?
It's like a weight was lifted off of you.
Okay. Because my first thought then was, oh god, have we just like jumped dimensions? Is this a slider situation where it looks the same but something's not quite right?
Back to town.
That's the same, like, little smuggler's den that you were at before, but again, the guard does not appear to be present.
Does not appear. I'm going to check the same spot.
You check
Part
in.
of me thinks. Yeah,
His
part of
camouflage
me
is just
thinks
that good now.
camouflage.
He's
just-
camouflaged that well. You can have a little perception check.
Alright. Oh, that's a nat 20.
I rolled a 1.
All right, Anlin, with your natural 20, you can see that he was in fact camouflaged as a corpse inside
Wait,
of the
give him a
box that he
thumbs
was
up.
hidden behind.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh.
He is currently dead. You spotted the blood first on the planks underneath. You have no idea when this could have happened. But as soon as you lifted the lid, you can spot him in there.
What wounds? How long ago? We weren't even in there for like an hour.
Stabbing wounds, and the body is in fact still warm.
Alright, what kind of stab wounds? Is
Okay.
it like a spear, a pike, a rapier?
You can do a little medical check if you want.
Alright, that is a medicalness of a dirty 20.
They appear to be very thin wounds, not that deep, implying a dagger had done this.
Did anyone come in after us?
Not that I saw.
Not that we saw.
There's not. Was there any other place besides the church and the cave? I don't think so. I think we should take the body back and report it. Big man, can you help carry the crate? I think the town guard would like to know.
Yes.
I'm going to look around too. I want to see like.
Yeah,
Wait, so, yeah, I'm going to look for
investigation.
tracks. Yeah, I'm going to look
Because-
for like.
Yeah, tracks, and also they could still be around here.
Yeah, is it like a sign of struggle? Oh wow, that's a natural one. My dice today are terribly back and forth.
It's either nat 20 or just shit.
Yeah.
For all you know, he could have stuffed himself in that box and died spontaneously.
No, I may have.
He stabbed himself
You've
multiple
been
times
by-
and just died because he needed to sleep.
Death by multiple stab wounds ruled suicide.
21 on an investigation.
It is very, very faint. And you notice this just because you'd sort of like doubled back and been like, hold on. There is etched in a single piece of rock a very, very complex looking tiny marking. And sort of like within the sort of etching, you can still see a little bit of sort of like fresh blood.
Okay, that's not a good sign.
It is what's the language that the sea elves speak again?
Rockwind.
It is a Aquan symbol.
There's a symbol. Does it have
The
any
thing just-
particular
Thing
meaning?
just calls over, and Little says, "Me no understand this language."
It says condemn.
There's a chance. I really hope it's not fanatics. But it seems like some of my kin are upset. Even though I don't think they should be. Did kill this person, however. I'll be on the lookout for anyone who looks fishier than me. Besides a... Wait a second, there was a fishmonger.
Oh, fishmonger.
The fishmonger was a sea elf as well, but I'm trying to like remember the seamonger. What is a sea? Did he look like a fishmonger?
I think it was
look
a
back
she.
in my memory. She. Oh, I'm sorry.
And I think she was just... Yeah, she just looked like a fishmonger on, as far as you can sort of like
Nothing out
remember.
of place.
I mean, she
just
sold
looked
you the
like a
fish.
fishmonger.
So she. Yeah, she did. All right. I guess we're going back to town.
Creek is definitely going to be keeping an eye out for anyone that might be following.
Yeah. Landlet does that passively really well.
Okay. You guys head back to town. It's still midday.
Yeah.
And you get back, and there is a large guard presence moving around the docks.
Oh, please, just.
This is great.
Oh, great.
Alright.
Like, why does
Can
it
we
keep happening to us?
yell down the guards?
Yeah, one of them immediately approaches, and a second one comes to flank him, and they're just like, "Who are you then? Archaeologists?"
Yeah, someone attacked the guard while we were exploring the Sea Elven ruins.
God.
Yeah, oh, yeah. I opened the box.
And you stuffed him in a crate.
No, he was
No,
we
they
found him
did.
like that. We didn't want to disturb his body.
All right. Listen, we'll investigate this, but as far as everyone is concerned, port's on lockdown.
Okay.
Got advance warning that some sick passengers have come through, and there is currently a plague in town.
Okay.
What are the symptoms?
Well, we haven't spotted any yet, myself. I'm trying to stay away from anyone who looks a little sickly. But I've heard it's got something to do with black
The
lung.
archaeologists? Was it the archaeologists?
No, I don't believe it was anything like that. We had a letter stopped by. Said that a shipping manifest came through a day or two back with plagued crew members, that was all. Better safe than sorry.
Well,
I'm a doctor. I can help.
and I'm a more inexperienced healer. I can assist.
Well, you better get to the infirmary then.
But I have something to do before that. I'm going to go by myself. Actually, I'm going to ask Link or Terra. You can shadow me. And the other one, I think, should watch over Glean.
I'll take Glean.
Okay.
Right, we'll be keeping our eyes on you.
Advance warning, you won't keep an eye on me for long.
Yeah, we will.
Clint casts invisibility and says, I'm shadowing her to try and help. I'm not doing anything suspicious. Don't worry. I will be with her all the time.
You've turned up with a dead
Fun
guard.
fact.
My job's to worry.
I know.
Well, don't worry about me.
I just
be
hope
good.
that being honest with you is going to help our relationship. Because
We
I'm
found
now personally interested in it. Yes, we found
we
the
found
elf
evidence of strange thing. We think we know possibly who might have killed your guard. We want to try fishing them out.
Yeah, alright. Find anything concrete,
find-
you stop by the barracks.
Yeah.
And also, if we find any person, we will let you know as well.
Very good, very good. I'll see to it that he gets buried.
Okay.
Bloody hell. And yeah, the guards sort of like surround the crate and they're sort of like paying respect as you guys sort of head off. They take details on what ship you're from as well before you depart. But yeah, there are guards running around sort of like talking to people on the docks. They're saying that like no one's to leave the town, essentially.
Okay. Do we want Glean to go first, or I think because we're short on time, I think Glean should go first. We only got 40 minutes left or so.
Okay.
So where you head, Glean?
I'm headed to where they're keeping all the sick people.
And I'm with them.
You head to the infirmary. Or the local clinic, I should say. There's a couple staff on duty. And there's a couple of people sort of like helping bring in some more medical supplies. And yeah, there are a couple of figures in beds right now. The sort of like chief doctor is attending to one of them.
Righto, let's get to work.
Okay. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not very proficient in this kind of stuff, so I might need a little guidance.
You have small hands.
Tira looks down at her hands, kind of confused. Do I have small hands? I don't know. I haven't really compared, I guess.
If I have to cut them open, I'm going to need them.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just gonna start looking over the patients. This is like helping out the boomers in Fallout New Vegas.
All right.
But yeah.
One of the doctors just sort of like comes on over and is like, "Are you medically trained?"
Yes.
Very good. We'll need
No.
all hands on deck when this plague gets out of hand. Wait, did you say no?
What are the symptoms of this plague? I might be able to help synthesize a cure.
I didn't say anything.
Well, the local militiaman, when he delivered the report, said it was the black lung. It's a classic ailment of coughing. Very deadly. Chokes the airways, I'm afraid.
What are your infected patients? Show me them.
We haven't received any yet.
You just said there were people on beds, right?
Yeah. The doctor sort of like points over and he's like, that's just a broken leg. Man over there is suffering from the flu. We're just moving a few more beds in to deal with the contagion before it should start spreading.
Wait, so you're declaring it a plague before there's even any patients?
Of course. We've had advance word from the mayor.
The mayor.
I'm giving Atira a look. That's not right.
Even Atira knows that's not right. Okay, well, if that's the case, Glean, do you think you can handle this on your own for now?
Yes.
Okay. I'll come by and check on you later.
Good stuff.
And then I'm gonna leave.
Okay. You leave as they're bringing in another crate of just like medical sort of like supplies. They've got a
Can I
bed.
investigate these medical supplies?
I really thought you were gonna say they bring in a crate of dead man.
Nah, they've you can investigate those medical supplies. You can roll me in medicine.
And I want to see if these are fake.
I got a 14.
A 14? Yeah,
You
these,
do have
these look very legitimate to you. Like they've got like a
I'm
couple like
saving it for something that I need, Al.
yeah.
satchels of fresh water, some like good food, and then you've got like your medical supplies, your bandages. They all look very sort of like above board, even. You know.
I'm gonna try and see if I can't synthesize a cure for black lung using my medical knowledge. If I can, just make an antibiotic powder that you breathe in order to coat the inside of your lungs with. Maybe that will help.
Have a little. You can have a little.
That is a 19 plus 7, 26.
Yeah, you're able to make a powder that really eases the airways, and it's like of common enough materials that like you can really get this sort of like mass produced. The doctor's like, "You there, men, get us more of these plants. We have to have these crushed up and ready in time." Yeah. Meanwhile, while this is happening, Clink and Lymph.
I was going like whisper to Clink and see like, just watch my back and watch for anything. If you feel confident in your ability, you can investigate around the fishmonger's area to see if there's any clues. But she might not even be our suspect, to be honest.
Yes, but if you're investigating, it might draw out the others anyway.
I trust
We'll
you.
keep an eye out. We'll keep an eye out.
Okay. So I go up to the fishmonger stand.
Okay. It is
I love that word.
currently closed, but still just as stinky of fish as ever.
Currently closed. Can I peek inside?
Yeah, inside the way this is constructed is there's a sort of small building next to just a big sort of like open stall.
Okay. I'm only Clink's the one that's invisible, so I'm going to say Clink. Can you go inside and see if you can find anything out of place?
Is it that kind of fishmongers, or is it just a market stall?
He says a stall in a small building,
Okay.
and I don't want to try to pretend to be a full sea elf. Not really good. I'm not a good
I
liar.
think we'll try being stealthy whilst also being invisible.
Okay. You gonna try and like head into the building?
Yeah.
The door is locked.
Hmm. That is slightly annoying. Because I have a feeling that technically lock picking counts as an activity that would break
No,
invisibility.
I don't think so.
because it's an attack or spell.
Oh yeah, it's a tackle casting the spell. Okay, yeah, so I can lockpick. My god. It's lockpick time. The first time in 20 episodes of a
man.
pirate campaign. So it's going to be sleight of hand, and I get advantage because I have thieves tools, as you can see. So let's do that again. Ooh, that's a natural 20.
Click, click.
The door opens, but not only that, you've unlocked it completely silently.
Perfect.
You slip on inside. There's a couple crates of just sort of like fish produce here and there. And to one side, away from the more sort of like stinky sections of the room, there is just like a hammock. Doesn't appear to be anything out of the ordinary.
No one in the hammock?
No one in a hammock.
Okay. We'll have a little bit of a look around just in case there is anything. Because I mean, we found one person murdered, hidden somewhere. We have no idea whether they've done the same thing to the sea elf.
Roll me a little investigation.
Ooh, that is a 14.
Yeah, you sort of like look through the crates and stuff. It's just sort of like fish. There's no real dead bodies about. And Fee still outside?
Yeah, I'm still outside. I'm kind of like keeping watch,
Okay.
just like using as like a kind of like looks like I'm resting from the sun.
There's a couple guards walking by. One of them sort of like looks over at you and they're like, "Here there! You should get indoors before
Yeah.
this plague starts spreading.
Is it that contagious?
I've heard black lung's deadly and contagious. Spreads in the air."
I'll be sure to get inside as soon as I can. I'm just waiting for my friend. You happen to know where they went?
Oh, fishmonger here. Not a clue. Like, aren't they indoors?
Maybe. Maybe I should. I'm going to knock on their door, but I'm going to try to do it in like a coded way, so Clink knows not to respond. I guess. I don't know what kind of check that would be.
Deception, I would say.
Okay. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. That's a dirty 20. Doesn't sound like anyone's in there.
Well, that's none of my concern right now. I've got people to go and warn, so take care of yourself,
Well,
alright?
thank you for the warning.
And don't leave
too.
town.
We won't. We just came back into town. Is the tavern going to be safe? Or should we be on our ships?
I should highly doubt that anywhere is safe right now. Make sure you stay away from any poor-looking ones. They're the first to get plagues.
I'll keep that advice in mind.
He eventually runs back off.
We'll do another though. I'm going to do like an all clear knock.
I'm just going to assume that Clink just wasn't listening for the door. Or at least didn't hear the door being knocked.
Fair enough. Captain Atira, having just left the infirmary, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Can you roll me a Constitution check?
Oh, sure. 11.
Okay. Break out into a sudden coughing fit. And immediately everyone backs the fuck away from you who's on the street.
Sorry. Crumb in my
Broke
throat.
tiefling alert.
Crumb in my throat. You know how it is.
Oh, and they're spreading the
Or
plague!
tiefling alert.
I don't have the plague.
Oh, of course you don't. And
I
then,
don't.
like, they all start, like, backing away and heading off, like, away from you.
I'm gonna kind of like feel my chest.
You could roll me a medicine check.
Medicine. 7.
Don't feel right. Yeah, Clink and Emblem, what you two up to now that the entire dock's becoming less busy as people are sort of closing up and heading home?
I guess we didn't, so we're going to go head back towards the infirmary, or at least I am. Because I did say I was going to
Yeah.
help Wayne.
Considering
We run into
there was nothing
Atera?
at all in the house, in the building,
No symbols even?
nothing that investigation of 14 found. I mean, I could just like sneakily open the door and let you in. Now that the door's
Alright.
open and the guards have walked away.
Yeah, it seems quiet enough. I'm going to go in. I know what I'm looking for.
Uh-huh.
I'm looking for like anything of like they have to have like something. Like I have Annalith has her ocarina, so she would have something, right? There has to be something sea elf related.
Have a little sort of like investigation.
Investigate 18 plus 5. 23.
You search high and low in this place. You don't really sort of like drum up any personal effects. However, it's after you've sort of like exhausted like all of your sight that you
Okay.
realize that your nose has been sort of like neglecting something in here. There is, underneath the horrific scent of all of these fish, a smell of smoke.
Is there a trap door?
I'll say you sort of like try sniffing out the smoke smell, and it is coming from underneath a barrel.
Okay. Alright, I'm going to very quietly move the barrel out of the way.
I'm gonna need some sleight of hand if you want to do that quietly.
That's okay. That's okay. Don't
Oh,
worry,
it's
I
not
got
okay.
this.
Oh, okay, you got this. Okay. Go, Clink.
That would be a. God, I need to get a better D20 because this is red writing on black. It's really hard to read sometimes. That's a 12. 23.
You're able to sort of like shove it out of the way, yeah. Pretty quietly. There is a little trapdoor there.
Yeah. That's why he's laying over to Clink and
Don't.
say,
Oh, Clink just goes, don't open it yet.
okay.
Check. And Clink is going to check if it's trapped in any way to alarm if someone opens it.
You can roll a perception on that.
Ooh, that's not a good perception. That's 7.
Doesn't appear to be.
Doesn't seem
Let
to
me.
be.
I can do a perception. I'm great at that.
Wait,
that,
hang on. I'd be checking it with thieves' tools. I'd get advantage.
I was just going to say 23 perception if I notice anything about it.
Okay, that didn't help much. That's still only a 16.
Neither of you can spot anything off about this trapdoor.
Alright, I'm going to say... Clean? The problem I'm having is that it's too clean. There's nothing personal or unique.
Yeah. There's nothing here.
Yeah, so that in its own way is suspicious. Do you want to go down first?
Probably best you wait for a moment until I give you signal.
Okay.
Be still invisible.
Mhm.
They might not notice. Just close trapdoor after me, carefully, quietly, and hopefully it won't make breeze for them to notice anything.
I believe it won't. I'll do my best.
Okay, so yeah, Clink will slowly, quietly try and open the trapdoor as best as possible.
Yeah, I'm going to help as well. Like my hands are going to be on it to make sure it doesn't swing open. Can I do anything about any hinges if the hinges start squeaking?
Prestidigitation.
I do not have that.
I cast
you don't have-
WD-40.
That's what prestidigitation is. You can casually lubricate things and stuff.
Okay.
You can clean things. Yeah, if I cast that, invisibility would break, so I'm not going to be doing that.
Yeah, and I don't have it. All right. Go down.
Yep, we're going down, deeper underground.
Okay. The room downstairs is lit only by a single candle as you descend into it. And the smoke that was being smelled before comes from a very small fireplace with a bunch of burned papers atop.
And they're completely burnt already. There's no saving them at all.
Yep.
Okay, then I will not try and put out the fire.
They
I'll casually look at I'll say casually. I'll be looking around the room as well.
there's a what's the best way of describing this? There's like a lot of small sort of indents in one wall. And a little bit of loose string, so like below said wall. But aside from that, there doesn't appear to be anything else down here.
So it's just one singular room with the fireplace. No exit way to go further in.
Nope.
Okay, well, someone's likely still going to be here because the fire's still burning. Oh my god, I'm sorry, I got black lung. I'm dying.
So do I.
Maybe a little perception check.
Ooh, that is a dirty 20.
You're sort of like focused on the fact that if there's a fire still burning, someone has to be here. To the extent that it makes you examine the fire in a little more detail, you notice the candle is very specifically made. And you notice that the candle is set in a pail of oil.
Oh, this not good. Is this something magical?
You can do an Arcana check.
That is a 23.
It's not magical, but after spending so long on a ship, you know you sort of like way around sort of like black powder devices. This candle has a gunpowder cartridge within it.
Okay, so snuffing the flame would probably be a good idea. Possibly.
Is that what you're gonna do?
And birds blow air.
No, but birds can use fingers.
Okay.
It's gonna give me like 1 point of damage, but assuming that,
People do that all the time.
yeah. So yeah, if it's black powder and there's a fire involved, pinch and twist the wick off, just to make sure there's no embers carrying on going down it.
Yeah, you sort of like disarm this thing rather cautiously. It's then you notice like there is like just trails of like oil sort of like seeping up the wall to the room above.
Blink is going to be extinguishing every flame in the vicinity. Wait, no, hang on, I haven't. This is going to be a case of I'm currently invisible. I don't need to be invisible right now. Casting a message to Andlith. Need you to help to put a fire out. There's oil everywhere. This place will burn.
Yeah. Let's see. What can I do?
But I don't know if
could
Andlith
I
has
put
any
all
like
the
water
fires out?
spells.
Can I put the fires out? Like, how long will it take to make sure like all the fires are out before like if we catch on fire, or the place does?
It's not really a roaring fire anymore. It's sort of just like the less smolders of whatever this sort of like these papers were.
Okay.
Okay, in that case, prestidigitation might work because it says you can snuff out a candle, torch, or small campfire.
That's a small campfire, yeah.
So yeah, I could just like poof the fire out.
Okay. Anlith is good at recovering papers. Is there anything I can recover on the papers?
You can have a little searchy search if you'd like.
Okay.
Also, is this one of those fireplaces that is actually just a fireplace, or can we look under it and see if there's actually something behind it?
This is just a fireplace.
Okay,
I only got a 13.
Only got a 13? Nah, you find like little scraps of like what look like white paper for a second, but there's nothing really on them anymore.
Yeah, just corners. I'm going to look around the room. What do I see?
What do you see?
Yeah.
For perception.
Alright, that's a 19 plus 9. That's 28.
It looked like maybe there were a lot of documents pinned up at one point.
Okay.
Those are probably the ones that got torn down and incinerated.
And they were thorough. Is there anything that they may have missed or left?
Well, there's string on the floor.
I'm going to very gently touch the string.
It seems very
In my head, I'm assuming that what they had up on that wall was in fact one of those conspiracy theory charts with string everywhere pointing to things.
Yeah.
It's a very ordinary piece of string, yeah.
Alright. And you said, was there anything weird about the wall?
Yeah, it had a couple indents in it.
Can I fiddle with those? Is
Then
anything strange about them?
they are no bigger than that of a pinprick,
Okay.
but there's sort of like a lot sparsely around sort of like a very plain wall.
On a plain looking wall. I can turn my weapon into a narrow point. I'm going to do that. I don't know. Maybe like a dagger? A very thin dagger?
I was going to say, I assume that's just where they've pinned stuff to the wall.
Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Thank you, Clink. Alright,
I mean, when you say pinprick, I'm assuming that it literally is a pin for
There's
where
no
things were pinned to the
clues.
wall.
But I'm
Um,
sure at this point she
what-
was either an accomplice or the killer herself.
whilst Andlith is doing that investigation with the holes, Clink's going to talk to the sword and say, "You know, when you open up plane, can you sense other planes that already exist in a location?"
Reality. Very fine. Cut through it.
Would you? Are there any enough eyes around here that you're worried about coming out? If I get my friend and me to close eyes, will you help us cut?
Cut. Will
Link,
cut.
We'll cut. Okay. And
Link, I realized something.
this strange idea, but what if other plane on other side?
Perhaps that could help us. Time may flow differently.
Not so much time, but what if in that, you say in that place where you were, there were other things in a very similar place? What if papers still exist in other plane?
It'll be worth a shot, but part of me
I mean-
really wants to get moving now. I told them where my parents are. We're not. If she's a fanatic, I could have just put them in danger. I didn't think there'd be any. I wasn't thinking.
No point worrying. We can't leave anyway. Port on
They don't
lockdown.
want us to leave.
Port on lockdown. They will not let us leave. But if on the other side of this we find proof,
Okay. Yeah.
we can stop them. It long shot, but it might work. Might help your parents.
Yeah. Or the rest of my family. Or just the elves, at least. Fanatics can be brutal.
And we can be too.
Yeah.
Clink just says, "Close your eyes."
Yeah,
Sword not like
fine.
eyes. And Clink will close her eyes and just like reach for the sword and go, "Help us cut."
It is a very swift movement. You're not sure if your arms are the ones swinging the blade, or if, like, the sword is doing it for you. But it quickly retreats back to your back afterwards, and when you open your eyes again, in front of you there is just a dark sort of tear.
Alright.
Yeah.
I'll step in.
Yep. Stepping in and seeing if there's... hoping there's a similar room on the other side.
On the other side, there is a room very similar to this, shrouded in a lot of dark shadow. It's hard to make out details, but you can see a shadowy figure stood in front of a lot of shadowy sort of papers. And it's just sort of like... It's like a shivering, misty shadow.
Alright. I'm guessing, like, the TV section. I'm moving very quietly. I'm going to touch the shadow person, but I am going to see what I can read from the notes.
Your hand sort of like just goes straight through them. If you want to try and like make out the notes again, it is like again, like TV through someone else's window far away.
Okay. Well, I have good eyesight.
Okay. I mean, Clink is going to attempt it because this would be something useful for. This is something that Clink can be useful for.
I got 21.
Is it what? Are we? Is it perception?
I guess it was perception because it's like far away.
I am going to preemptively burn a recall on this as a skill check.
And you have my inspiration. Okay, I might
And
go
I do
back
have
to.
your inspiration, so that was a 13. Okay, so 13 plus 5's 18, and was it a D8? Did you say?
Yeah.
And I rolled an 8 on that one, so that's wonderful. So 13 plus 5's 18, 26.
Okay. You're both able to sort of like look at the sort of like papers on the wall. It's so very hard to make out like individual words on them. But then you sort of like both really focus on a specific paper that the figure is like holding in a sort of like shadowy sort of like other world. It just sort of like it takes like a little bit of back and forth to like confirm what the letters say. But it says Reese must be erased. And then the archaeologists.
We need to find the other archaeologists.
Yes, we do.
They went to the tavern last. Okay. Should we step out? It should be in this here, actually. It is 5
Yes.
minutes to noon.
I imagine you guys, you all sort of meet up again
Okay.
at one point or another. In like the center of town, which is now basically abandoned.
Okay.
I will just for the record make sure that the sword can cut the tear in reality
Yeah.
on their way out, just to make sure that we're not just like leaving a gap to the shadow realm.
It does, it does.
Okay. So we're all meeting up. How's the Terra looking?
Roll me a constitution check and ask the same for yourself.
Oh dear. That's a natural one.
As you sort of like
Oh.
meet up, there's that sort of like friendly smile of like seeing your friends, which is completely overtaken as all of a sudden you are just hacking up a viscous black substance.
Oh shit.
Shit. Oh,
I'm gonna look around and make sure nobody else is like seeing this.
I think Annalyn passes out because she already has a weak heart.
She doesn't
You just
have
hear,
any heart.
oh shit. It beats like once a minute.
Like a narwhal.
Like a narwhal. Yeah, I'm just going, oh shit. Well. I think that's a wonderful cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
Bomb, bomb, bomb.
That's actually
Dun, dun,
doubly
dun,
terrible
dun, dun,
because
dun, 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 dun.
Clink would be the one who has to warn you guys now.
And luckily, Clink is the one that has the memory and could just recreate the thing that they saw.
Catch us next
That's why
time
Clink
on
wanted to try reading it.
70s